All right, let's cut that music though. Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another ZUDECAST here. It's good for me to be back. I wasn't here for last week's glorious episode, man. Shame I missed out. But we're back.
You.
Yeah, it's good to be back. But we're here. It's episode number 69. We got another guest for you. We got the boy right here. Let's take that camera. It's Kyle Blaney up in the casa. What's good, bro? How you doing, man?
Chilling.
Yeah,
It's
man.
been good to be back.
Hell yeah. It's good to have you on, bro. Good
Yes,
to
sir.
finally show you the ZUDECAST. You've been wanting to come on here for a minute. You're the OG homie. We got my fellow co-host here.
Yo. Crispy Grooves in the building. You know what it is. Guitar extraordinaire, person, podcast, aficionado,
Okay, yeah.
legend.
A legend.
And we got the techno-organic wizard over here.
Yeah, what's up? You know, it's me. Like I say, I've been here since the beginning of time, so it is what it is.
Old
always
ass.
producing and editing and stuff. Yeah, no.
Well, what do you do? What's your name?
It's Robert. You know, you can find me at Robert Ware Music on Instagram or YouTube if you really try hard enough.
Hell yeah. And then we actually have a special person working the boards too. It's OG Zutaba.
Yo. You guys might have saw me on the Mandalorian episode. So yeah, definitely good to be back. Nice to be doing the boards, learning a little new stuff. You can find me on Instagram at Okumoja or Taba_ranks. I do a little coaching, do a little basketball training, and I'm also an aspiring writer, comic book artist. So yeah, look out for all that kind of stuff.
Hell yeah, man. We got a freaking full house. We got a loaded squad, bro. It's episode 69. You know what that means. It's going to get filthy today, bro. It's going to get a little bit spicy, They're going to be
When is it not?
We're going to be in some innuendo today, if you catch my drift. But yeah, let's kick it off with our guest here, though. Kyle, what's cracking, bro? How are we doing? What's
Who
up
are
with you,
you?
bro? Who are you? Tell us a little bit
the
about
audience.
yourself.
Who is
Dude,
Kyle?
if only I knew,
That's
I mean, the reason I'm here is because we're the homies, High school, middle school, even,
Day
if you
ones,
will.
for sure.
Drumline.
Hell yeah.
Went from being intimidated by these guys to like shitting on them, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, shitting on him.
Yeah, dude, my best formative memories are with you two, and as a result, I've met some really cool people along the way.
Yeah, back in the day, it was for sure like the Three Musketeers. Obviously, there was Natalie. There was
when we were
Luis,
the
that was,
three
like, the-
snares.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pierce
OG.
the Fire was
The
us, and
three
then Natalie and
snares?
Luis. But
Toxic.
then, yeah.
Toxic.
We were the
Who
top.
let these three. Who told them that snares were better than everyone else? I don't know who it was.
If no one told them, they knew when they saw us. That's what
Yeah, definitely a bit of a trippy reunion here, a little bit unexpected. But yeah, you be making music and stuff, right? You be play music, and
I mean, like being as candid as possible. I told you earlier, like haven't really done a whole lot in the last couple months, but I remember when we were talking about me coming on, I was like, dude, let's talk about like how hard it is to keep that shit up. Like everyone goes through waves.
We can talk about that.
Everyone goes through waves, and you get discouraged, and you feel like you ain't really doing anything that's actually impactful.
Mhm.
But like, yeah, man, like when I was in college, that was what gave me purpose, bro. It was like getting some equipment, and like it was the first time other than drumline where I was like, holy shit, I can express whatever the fuck this is.
yeah.
like just by like putting some headphones on, finding some sounds that are sick,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
putting them together with like the shit I already know, which is like basic musical, foundational stuff.
Right.
But
You were telling us about how you were getting into producing and how you said that there was kind of a whole bit of a journey there in the beginning there. What was that like when getting into producing?
I had a girlfriend in college who was on her shit with her credit score. And she was like, what do you mean you don't have a credit score? Or when you don't have credit, you have like good credit.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Whatever the
Until you open one
whatever the
thing and
fuck
then it's
that
fucked.
means.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she was like, no, you make good money. I worked at a weed themed sandwich place. When I was in college. Dude, then we were talking earlier about my first summer after freshman year of college, 2019, and I got that job. So that's why I stayed back. Everyone left, and the first year you go to college, you go back home for summer, and you go to your same high school parties where it's like, oh, but we're all in college now, so it's, like it's a real party now.
Yeah.
But it was always the best part, is like going back and seeing homies. But yeah, I stayed back my first summer and I was working this weed themed sandwich shop. It was like no weed was involved in the making of the sandwich,
Except for behind
but
the
it's
scenes.
called the White
record.
Widow. Like it's called the Cali Kush or whatever. So like
okay. Just the sandwiches had like strain names.
no, literally, yeah. And
They're like, bro,
the 12
please,
inch was the
please,
blunt.
bro, it's a different strain,
Yeah.
bro. Bro, please try the fucking.
I think the Kush was like the BLT that we had. And like the White Widow was like the chicken bacon ranch.
Nice.
But yeah, so
Interesting.
I made pretty good money there when I was like pretty young in college, and I went and got a credit card. And for some fucking reason, U.S. Bank approved me for $2,000 on a credit card when I was 19.
That's foolish.
You're fucking telling me. I went that day to Guitar Center and maxed it out.
That's
I
as you do.
Yeah, I bought the Machine 2.
There you go.
I bought like the 2 8-inch rockets that I was telling you. I bought a Scarlet 2IB. I bought what the fuck else did I buy? I can't even remember. Like a little mini Mackay.
Oh, like an Akai keyboard.
Akai,
Yeah.
And,
Little MPK or whatever.
yeah, and I got rid of that shit quickly.
Dude, the little tiny ones. Okay, actually, no. There's one right behind you. Actually, if you look.
That's the fucking one I had.
Yeah, that's the one.
Except
It's
that
got
it
the
was,
little.
it was all red.
Yeah.
It didn't have like it was red.
Does it have the little
Nintendo?
Nintendo
fucking
joystick on there?
thumbstick, bro?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was I doing with that?
Manipulating
It is not even a whammy bar. Like, it's
It
not
is
even
abs-
anything
yeah.
cool, dude.
It is
Maybe-
episode
maybe I just
69,
didn't
so
know.
maybe we'll teach you how to manipulate the.
I know you're getting a little bit of extra.
This is
the
funny
bean.
because I saw a video today, real quick, that was like how to properly use an Allen wrench or a monkey wrench. Like, have you ever seen how they're supposed to be used? You're supposed to put it in your finger and like use your thumb to like. How many times have you taken a monkey wrench and like done this with it?
Oh wait, because you're supposed to go like this with the fucking thing, right?
You like put it in your fingers, and then if you just move your thumb like,
Oh damn!
you don't have to like
I was
twist.
8 years old when I heard about
Bruh,
that.
it's like if you've ever put any piece of furniture together from IKEA,
Oh yeah.
you're hating yourself hearing that shit right now because you're like, oh
Wow, this is so much more simple.
Dude, you just got to get the Allen key drill
But
bit.
anyways, I digress. You know, I went and bought that equipment, and like when I was in college, that was all I did, bro. Like I met a couple people at that job that were really talented. Like one dude was a really good singer, the other dude had fucking bars, and he's gonna be a famous actor one day, 100%. I already know. But like then we met this one dude that worked at a college down the street. It was not Platt, but it was like some art college that was just had a mini camp, and we had access to his studio.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking put a couple things on SoundCloud, just of us like in an actual booth freestyling, and it came out hella good, and we were like, this is sick.
Nice.
And we were just always together making beats and freestyling, but like
That's what it's
could
all
never really
about,
put
man.
it together, you know.
Dude,
So it's like one of those things where it's like it's hard to like stay
it is hard to stay consistent with it.
motivated and consistent. yeah.
Dude, I feel like, but because back in the day, you know, me and Bobby would make beats on Ableton, and it was like, you know, with a totally legitimately purchased copy of Ableton, totally legitimately purchased plugins.
You can't prove nothing.
And,
Why would you do anything else?
And you know, and it was like we would plug into like a TV and like use the TV speaker with like a Goodwill subwoofer plugged into the TV, and.
No, that's
But
fire.
sometimes
those are the best.
Those are
times.
the times because you're like, I have almost
And
no
so,
tools,
dude,
but
look,
you just get the maximum usage out of the minimal amount of equipment. When you buy too much equipment, sometimes you're like, I could do this, I could do that, I could do like,
And-
it's too much.
You know, I quickly
overloaded.
realized that wasn't like the point wasn't to monetize anything I was
Yeah,
doing.
just for fun.
It's for fun, and it was like the truest outlet that I had ever experienced post drumline
Right.
and like
Right.
and band.
Yeah.
And like, dude, putting something together with like what 75 people
Right.
on a whatever, like on a field or when we were not on a field, like that.
Yeah.
that shit's powerful. Music is powerful, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like,
I mean, I always say this, like, basketball is my favorite thing to do in life, but, like, the most fun I had in high school was literally on the band with you guys,
Bro,
just, like, doing our thing, you know?
Some of my core memories of jazz are with that motherfucker upstairs right now.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah. Christoph.
He's a
we
beast,
had
bro.
we had some good pianists, bro, but like I hadn't met anyone like Chris who I could sit in on a lunch period
Yeah.
with and just play drum set and piano,
Just
or
vibe.
like have anyone that was just as down to improv as that.
Yeah.
And that was the shit that made me realize, like, oh, fucking jazz is sick. Like,
Yeah.
jazz band, I don't even necessarily think I like playing drum set, but I like being in this room with these people, and I don't know of another way that I can do it because I don't got chops on guitar like that. But, like, that was the shit, bro. That was what
Hell
made me
yeah.
realize, like, that music just has that crazy power, bro, that energy to,
Absolutely.
like,
Absolutely.
it's a universal language. And
Yeah.
it doesn't matter who you are or like whatever, but
Would you say during all that time, like down in San Diego, when you're getting in producing, that was a similar time when you got into freestyling and stuff too?
100%. Okay, so yes, dude,
Let's hear how you got into freestyling.
alcohol.
Yep.
No, dude, like when I was in college, I had like fucked around a little bit. When I was in high school, it was my older brother that was like hella good at freestyling, like white prodigy. Like, if no one ever sees his face, you would never know who or what type of person this dude is. The different flows he can spit and what he can do, it's crazy.
Yeah, we gotta-
like we'll always talk about motivation because that's like it's like a 50-50. If you don't have the will to keep going with something, you'll never develop it. But it's crazy. So like I never thought of myself as like having those types of bars. And when I went to college, bro, and I was at parties, I'd find myself like spitting over fucking like EDM.
Man.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
like
And just
just
killing
like
it, though.
just granted, it's a room full of fucking privileged ass white people, like a bunch of people paying $1,000 to be there a semester. Like, yeah, but it was like literally like, dude, I went through a phase in college where I was like, put anything on right now. Put anything on. I don't give a fuck.
Hey,
Well,
real
I
quick.
will destroy any beat. Oh man, we got a
Yeah,
bunch
Yeah,
of
we got some
chats.
people in the chat too.
Yeah. Hey, pull
we got
the chat
Shyla
screen.
Marie in the chat saying,
Shyla, what's good?
Hey.
Shyla's a
saying,
dude.
saying y'all don't know how to use an Allen wrench. True, apparently.
Don't tell me
Hey.
you knew. Don't tell me you knew.
I
that.
knew
literally
that
was
the whole
80
time.
Years old. That's so dope though. Like
Yeah.
I gotta try that shit now.
Look at us watching ourselves
Ritual
on
Productions.
YouTube.
Ritual
Yeah.
Productions in the chat, bro. What's good? Freaking Josh.
Jay Johnson,
Yo,
the boy.
the goat.
The
Fucking,
boy. I know he's capping. I know. Jay Towers.
California Safari Pool Service said, "Yo, I made it. I don't know who that is."
Let us know who you are. Everybody's got different YouTube names.
yeah.
Here, let's go back to the full screen top.
And then
Yeah.
we
Cool,
got
so
Jay Johnson,
mysterious.
and then we
Thank-
had Jay Johnson said, "Can someone tell Kyle he's my idol?"
Kyle,
You know, he's never said that to my face, but he did tell me he would be tuning in tonight, and I didn't believe him, and he really is.
Bro, shouts out
Now
to
Jay is
everybody
my
tuning in.
idol.
I was
Jay is
genuinely
my idol.
surprised by how many chats there just were right
Oh
now.
yeah,
Wow.
we actually just got some more. We got Merman. in the
Merman
chat.
Austin
Merm
in the
dog,
chat,
what?
bro. Let's
Yeah,
go.
that's good, fam.
Oh, it's fucking the homie
It's all
Stockton
us.
Slayer, bro.
Dude,
Hey,
I
no,
was
hold
in.
on, I
I was
just
in
gotta
jazz
say,
band with him too for a bit. with
Merman
Merman,
deserves his own moment.
No.
I miss that guy.
Merm is a
truly.
real one. That's like
And
my brother for
I'll,
sure.
I'll back it up. I'll
Yeah.
back it up with actual physical. You know, let's meet up, bro. I
I'm
miss
gonna
you.
text the whole
Merman's a goat.
He was at
dude.
our
I'm texting
Halloween
you
party.
tonight.
Yeah, he was at the Halloween party, bro. He was
Yo.
killing it on the
Yeah.
conga and shit, bro.
I miss.
It was
I miss. There's a lot of people like that in high school that I'm like, damn, did I ever do some shit?
Nah, you know, I
You know,
think
it's like I hung
literally
out with
think
you
about-
guys enough to know that the shit I did to y'all
No.
is like we'll move past it.
No,
But
we
damn,
all
like,
did some.
it's
We all did some
goated.
cold
I-
shit,
you know.
bro. Like I think
High
about
school's
Malik
funny,
in
bro.
particular. Like
That-
bro, we all did
I-
so dirty.
I was in jazz band at Sac City with Merman for like a couple semesters too. Like he was playing percussion and I was
Yeah.
playing drums for a bit.
No,
That's the
Merman's
type
beast
of
for
person you
sure.
meet, and like I'm like, okay, yeah, obviously percussion is in this dude's DNA.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Literally, like
Absolutely.
Yeah.
woven into
Dude,
the,
it looks
into
like we
the
got
fabric
the-
of his being.
It looks like we got the high school reunion in the chat.
Yeah, big time high school reunion, bro. We got Jackson Law, bro. What's good, bro? Jackson, bro.
All
Everybody
right,
in
it's
the
about that
everybody
time,
in the
then.
chat right here, it has to be on the show at some point too. Stockton Slayer, the boy. We're gonna start a new segment called Shred the Gnar soon. I'm
Why
gonna
do we have
interview
so many?
skateboarders. So, what's that?
I said, why do we have so many shotguns?
Oh yeah, I guess we got an extra one.
There's 5 of us, you know. So hey,
Who's taking the second one?
I think
not me.
I'm gonna take one.
I'll take it.
I'm not scared. Like it's not a problem. I can take the second one.
Taba's
Do that.
working. Taba's on the clock. He said,
know,
give me 2
hey,
shots.
it's all
Yeah, so
good.
in honor of episode 69,
Energy
we're
drink.
gonna take 69 shots on
Oh
air,
my
bro.
God.
It's gonna be fucking sick. Before you know,
Stop.
Hey, and we got Luis in the chat too. What's up,
Luis,
Luis?
how?
Dude,
What's
boy.
good?
Deep
It
cut,
feels
deep
like
cut.
it's crazy because like I don't know if you're listening to this and you don't know like who any of us are, then it's like whatever. But
Like, yeah.
but dude, like it's crazy because this is about to be the 10-year
Careful now.
10-year fucking high school
Yeah.
reunion.
It's
Yeah,
like-
yeah,
I
yeah.
think
Right.
about, you know, I
It's
think about
trippy.
that every once in a while. I'm
You
like,
wait, no,
it's
you
20
graduate. Wait,
No, so
Yeah.
Kyle, are you for sure going
2013
to
or 2014?
Are you for sure going to yours? Because I'm still like
Is it
undecided.
planned? Like, I didn't receive it.
No, you're gonna get him next year. You're gonna get him next
Come
year.
on, bro. Come on.
Yeah,
don't
no,
do
they,
this
they
to me, bro. I didn't get
magically
an
found
invite.
me on Instagram.
Right.
Like I have no idea how.
You're like, I've made a purpose of nobody being able to find me.
I just want to say, never in my life have I wanted to cyberbully a page more than when the 10-year anniversary page added me on Instagram. I was like, oh, you fucked up. I was like, whoever ran this page fucked up bad. Like,
You're gonna get suspended, bro.
I know, yeah, I'm gonna get suspended, bro. I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
get
get
talked to by the
OCS.
principal, bro. Shee. All right,
Oh my God.
let's take it to the full screen here. It's episode 69. Thank you to everybody joining in the chat, bro. It's a celebration here. It's a
Absolutely.
reunion.
Oh, yeah.
We got Zudes.
Oh,
Cheers, we're dripping.
I know. I'm moist. I'm moist. It's episode 69. I'm dripping with excitement.
Oh, you got it.
Let's go.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
You got it.
Anyways,
little bit ASMR there for you.
Man,
hey,
So
what a
what's up?
time.
everybody who's watching in the chat right now, make sure you drop a like on the video.
Drop a
please.
like on the video.
Got
Drop a
to.
subscribe
How
to the
could you
channel. It is the Zudes.
Oh,
Let's-
Shyla took one with us. I appreciate
Hell
it.
Shouts
yeah.
out to Shyla.
Shout
Shyla's
out
a real
Shyla.
one.
Shout out Shyla.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, you said you started free. Here, let's take it back to the full screen here.
Absolutely.
So you said you started freestyling in college. What are some of the rappers that you listened to that made you want to start freestyling and stuff too? Like, would you say are influence on your flow and your musical influence in general? How about that?
Kendrick and J. Cole.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Easy.
like
Yeah.
Kennedy, like literally, my brother was the biggest influence on me being like, yeah, maybe I can do that. But like a lot of it was, I'm trying to think. Okay, so I'm white.
Don't tell. Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Do you guys know who Felly is?
Felly?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar.
Do you
Bobby
guys,
said you heard
I do believe I've heard of him before. I think my
Felly?
brother's.
He's
the one
kind of
that
like
introduced
a, little, kind of like surf boy rap. Kind of.
Okay.
I like found him in college and I was like, this is cool for what it is. But I like there was something about his flow that like made me like slow down when I was freestyling.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not about like, the flow for me comes because I'm a drummer and it's like the rhythm is the first thing that comes to me.
Yeah, yeah.
So like if I really slow down and think about what I'm trying to say, I'm
Mhm.
thinking like 3 sentences ahead and like
Yeah.
he was just it made me like kind of take one of those steps back where I was like, oh,
You know, it's
I don't know why I'm trying to like hit this rhythm you've never heard because we've heard every rhythm that could ever be created
it's
already.
interesting that
So
you say
like
that though, because it's like for me, like as a hooper, when you control the pace, when you don't rush, that's when like everything is so slow.
well
to you,
and
you
like
know?
doesn't shit slows down so much
Yeah.
more for you when
It's
you
like you-
think like that
Exactly,
than like
yeah.
This
and-
isn't
and
all
I-
the
that's
right
a-
type.
dude,
This is not
it's-
about words per
it's-
minute. You
This is
know?
the type of shit that like made me able to convince myself to go to school for psychology was like just that kind of conversation of like you are convincing yourself you're slowing something down and it's
Right.
helping you see things more clearly. But
Absolutely.
in reality, all you're doing is like breaking it down.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like and just having a better understanding
It's like
of the
supreme
functions of
subdivision.
what's going on. And so
Yeah.
like the more I learned about my fucking brain and the way that I personally think, the more comfortable I got. Just like it's also like a being comfortable being vulnerable type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I think we might freestyle on
Later
this
on?
shit
Yeah, we're
tonight,
gonna
and I'm
freestyle
gonna
later
say
on.
some dumb
Spoilers.
shit and
Yeah.
I'm gonna sound bad. But like I'll do it. I don't give a fuck. Like
Well,
bro,
yeah,
like
it's almost-
I've spit enough sick bars to where I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
I'll get embarrassed right now. I don't care because
I,
like
I saw a meme the other
off
day
chance,
that was like,
I'm gonna say some shit that you're like, okay.
I saw a meme that was like, it was like freestyle challenge. Like, I'm gonna freestyle until I accidentally say something gay, and then he just starts, and he was like, I was sucking dick. Fuck.
That sounds
He starts over, and he's
straight out of
like,
Key and Peele. Right there.
Well, it's
I
fu-
was
it's-
sucking dick. He just does it again.
It's
feel
funny
like
though
I
you say
do
though
that
that like psychology is a big influence on your freestyling because very similar to me it's like you know like I feel like I tap into a totally different headspace when I'm freestyling and I actually get into
Yeah.
character. You know, my rap name's Adrian Grody, that's my online persona and stuff, and it's definitely something I almost, you know, it's like id and
Well, you
ego,
use it,
you
bro.
know.
It helps you
Yeah, it's like the just like
because
the
it clears passageways that would
Mhm.
maybe be blocked if you're also thinking about how you might be embarrassing yourself while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Like if
You
you're
gotta put yourself in
committed,
that
if you're
zone.
committed to that character or you're committed to like what you're saying or what you're thinking,
Mhm.
the less blockage there is in those pathways when you're trying to hit a flow. And I don't mean flow as in like, oh, I flow. I mean like
The flow state.
The flow
Yeah, the
state
flow
for
state,
anything you do when you're
Yeah.
producing, when you're editing,
Yeah.
when you're like
Absolutely.
anything
It's very,
you do.
it's like the same thing with playing guitar.
As much as you can
Yeah.
exactly
with like a
when you're-
guitar solo too.
Dude,
Like
yeah, no.
it's the same with like you're talking about
clear up as
slowing
many
it-
passages
slowing
as you
it
can.
down, and like it's
Yeah.
not all
Like-
about. It's crazy because so many people like will try, like you try to start off going like fast. You're like, I'm gonna fucking lead in with this like shreddy fucking lick or whatever. But it's like it's crazy when you start a guitar solo with the rest of the band too, and you start it off kind of slow too, and then you just notice how like everybody
It's
else,
different.
everybody else
bro.
like shrinks down to kind of match your
I
level
don't want to get too
too
crazy, but I think a lot of that comes down to like how we're trained to like live. Our lives are so fast paced,
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, we
and I
there's
know
like a
that's like, why are you taking it there?
competing for attention.
But it
though,
hella
yeah.
is, dude. Like, what we were talking about is like clearing those passages and like not having things like you. This is why meditation was something that I found in college that was so beneficial to me.
Yeah.
Is because like it helped me work through like fleeting thoughts
Mhm.
and like things that come into your brain that like
It's like a product of the system, though.
There's-
I feel like because it's like what you're talking about is like basically like kind of being in this state of like flux where it's like you're always on the fucking treadmill. You're always like you have to keep
Yeah.
up with certain shit, and it's like unplug from that shit and just kind of be present.
It's
Be
hard.
in that moment.
it's
you
not
know?
easy.
Yeah,
You
it's
gotta-
like
you
they
gotta,
program you
like-
to not be
yeah.
that way. They
Yeah.
program you to not think that way, and it's like
Yeah.
if we're not paying attention, then we're kind of caught up
Yeah.
in like this, you know, quote unquote matrix of like always being on some hustle culture type shit. But it's like no,
Don't
like
get
I think
me
even
going,
just
bro.
based on not to like call us all out right now, but the way that we're all talking to the amount of I've become extremely aware of this now and
Yes.
trying not to do it,
Yes.
saying like
yeah.
Okay.
in between things.
Yeah.
Like fuck, like it's
100%.
so hard. We're Californians. It's a mental illness.
I know,
It's
it literally
literally
is.
like, yeah.
It is.
Uh,
But like, but
yeah, no, the
also-
problem is we're like
But
all trying to
sometimes-
quit, but we spend so much time around each other that we just fucking can't quit.
sometimes you gotta just slow down.
Take the
and
boy
think
out of
about the words. Yeah.
California,
Right,
but
right.
you
No,
can't take
exactly.
the like
Yeah.
out of the boy.
Yeah, for real, for real.
No, I went like on a whole tirade the other day about how we use like and like I mean and
Language
like
is
too
weird.
much in the
especially
podcast.
English.
And the whole time I'm fucking like describing the problem, I'm sitting there like doing just like
Like you're doing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I would be,
Right.
I would love to like talk to somebody who English isn't their first language.
Mm.
I I have a hard time believing that there's another language that uses as much shit as English does, as like and like. Like
I think that
dumb fucking shit.
I
where
think
you're
Spanish
like,
might
like,
have a lot of
I feel like Spanish
a lot
does.
of like
filler words.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Spanish
Like-
does have some of that because they'll be like pero, like where it's like but,
Right,
you know.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
We also have some chats going real quick. Just Shiloh's saying flow's going and you're not stopping but having the vibe. Yeah, that's definitely when you're just feeling 100% the energy that's coming in and out.
Absolutely.
And then Shiloh said there's a big study on people saying
Shyla sounds like they know what's up with psychology.
Yeah.
Shyla sounds like
Yeah,
they know
there's a
what's
big.
good.
She was saying there's a big study on people saying like, especially when women say it a lot. Y'all should look it up. It's interesting. It's funny because there was just a clip from this other podcast.
interesting.
I think the podcast is actually called Whatever, and there was this chick, very well endowed with a nice. Listen, she has very nice bosoms, but. But she
it's
was,
episode 69.
It was,
How-
yes, it was the summer of '69. Listen, she was. It's hard to pay attention to what she's saying, not only because of her spectacular breasts, but also because of the way that she was speaking. Because it's one of those podcasts where they talk about dating,
Right.
and it was. What was she saying? I mean, it's so. It's sad because she was saying a real message. She was like, I just feel like, everybody just like gets stuck in like this talking stage of like, and everybody was just savagely ripping on her on Twitter or whatever for saying like too many times. They're like, in this 46-second clip, she said like 27 times or whatever, and it's
two likes
actually
a second.
horrible. It's horrible, man.
The
'Cause
like police, man.
Well, we just had someone fucking blowing up one of our reels like that too. They were like, likety, like, and I was just, and I'm just like, I even responded. I was like, it's
blocks
like,
reported.
no, I was like,
I was all like,
exposed.
what are
I
you
just-
supposed to say instead of that? Please, someone in the chat enlighten me. What are you supposed to say?
everybody in the chat,
Say nothing.
everybody in the chat's Californian,
You're
so they
supposed
can't.
to just shut the fuck up because you're white.
Oh!
That's really what
Oh
it is.
my god.
Because right there, that's the one.
No, but also there. Look, we're all laughing right now, but there's some truth to that.
Yes,
Okay.
there is.
All right.
I will not be silenced,
I don't-
brother. I will
I don't-
talk about 69 all I want.
I don't need.
I will make as much sexual Nintendo as I want.
I don't need a black man on the boards to tell y'all. Some of y'all should just shut up, okay?
Oh yeah,
He'll
we
silence
made
you
him
if he
run
has
the
power,
boards.
but I didn't make him do anything. This man is here on his own.
I mean, if anything, we're giving Taba more power over the episode than any of us have right now.
he said,
Yeah,
"I'm
it's
true.
editing all
Reparations.
Of you.
You know?
this episode is gonna end up on YouTube. Edited is just him.
Oh, we don't edit. Yeah.
Maybe me because I'm cool.
Listen.
Ice Spice out here making millions off of like. Jackson said that right there.
Man.
She and then Shiloh's just dropping the skull. Oh wait, I know what you're talking
Let me
about.
just say this. I
Look,
really,
I'm unplugged. So
let me just say this.
Don't hit
I-
me with any
I,
pop
I just
culture
really
shit
hope
right
Ice Spice is having a great day right now. I hope you're having an amazing day.
Is she a
Ice-
lost Spice Girl? Is that what happened?
I think that might be. Like,
I think Ice
that might be
Spice.
the thing.
Ice Spice is Bobby's long lost sister, bro.
Yeah, no, she might be related.
They
She
look,
might be
yeah, Ice
related,
Spice
yeah.
is Bobby's long lost sister.
I'm a little out of control today, but you know.
Nah, you're good.
Normally you say normally you
I
see the
say, I
resemblance.
say, give that dude a crimson
Just-
makeover. You know,
You know?
Full red.
Yeah, it's a little shape
they,
up, a
they
little, you
wouldn't
know,
be able to tell the difference.
It's in me, blood.
a little shape up, a little taper. You good.
Limber
You'll be all right.
Lamar.
Bro.
Whoa.
Hey.
That's
I got a
liquid,
little hole.
That's liquid
It's
on
all good.
cords.
We're good. We're good.
It is safe.
It is safe.
Didn't touch the
You
didn't
guys
touch the
are-
technology.
You guys are unfazed right now.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no, it's all
actually?
good.
This is
What the
we do.
fuck, bro? Yeah,
I'll
no, it's
leave
fine.
right now.
Yo, these guys are pros at this point. You know,
Yeah.
at this point, so it's like
I think of every situation that could
I already
happen.
paid $100 for my image to be on this podcast.
Yeah.
But, like, whatever you guys
Oh
need
my
me,
God.
whatever you guys need me to pay for.
We're gonna
I
deep
wish we
fake
made
you,
that
bro.
happen.
We're gonna make an Android replica of you. Then it's gonna say the worst things.
right.
I
Nice.
deserve that.
We're good. That's how we handle that.
It like literally avoided all the shit. So we're
There we
good.
go.
All
No
right.
technology was harmed in the making of this video.
Yeah, never.
Yet.
Ice Spice making millions because she's hot. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
fair,
What
fair
else
enough.
is
Fair
I
there?
enough.
really
I
want
mean,
to have
come
a
on.
serious conversation about Ice Spice right now.
We'll get the let's double back around. Let's get the interview segment. Let's get the interview segment out of here.
Yeah, let's focus.
So Kyle, you're white.
Yeah, and
I
you're
never
also
said that.
And also a
I
frat
never
bro.
said that.
Let's roll back the tape.
He's got it already edited.
Oh fuck.
It's
Can
all
I
up
take?
here.
Okay, I said I was gonna take 2 shots.
Oh,
There you go. You got it. Yeah, you go. That's all you right
Make
there,
it
big
happen.
dog.
Make it happen. There you go. There you go. Go
I
ahead.
won't lie. I have to pee, but it's for the people.
That's okay.
There you go. There you go.
You can
yeah.
pee anytime you want. By
Yeah,
the
you
way.
can. You can pop out right here. By the way, there's doors right here. You-
Well,
Yeah,
I
we
know
should,
where the doors are. I mean, I don't know if they're
Oh,
supposed to know where the doors are, but I know I can leave.
Do what you got to do, man.
Yeah, good. Say
Hey,
that on camera.
this
You
is your
say,
world.
Say, I
your
know I
I
can
know
leave.
I can leave so they
whenever
don't
I
get
want
sued.
to. Correct.
I haven't.
You're
I-
not
I
being
ch-
imprisoned here.
I was
against
asked to
your
come
will.
here, and I agreed.
All
I
right.
agreed
Okay.
to come here.
You were not coerced or blackmailed into coming on the Zudecast, correct?
Say it.
Sorry.
You guys hear this? I heard 3 people say it.
Why is it called blackmail, by the way? You know?
Oh yeah, really? Yeah. Why do they call it
so
that?
why is it
You
called
see
the
what I'm
master
saying? You see
bedroom?
what, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, you see how we doing this.
Come on, man.
Hey,
You
I
know
just
what I'm
gotta
talking
say, look, everyone can make fun of wokeness all they want, but if you still say master bedroom, you're a bitch.
That's that
Hey.
shit.
If you still say master bedroom,
Right.
you probably work for KB Homes.
Oh no, Kyle Blaney Holmes, bro!
What?
God
Man.
damn, what are you involved with, huh? What kind of fucking shit are you up to?
Definitely
You?
not owning homes being built. If I fucking was, do you think I'd be here?
Yeah.
It's an inside job.
Man, you work for KB
If
Toys.
my great grand
Hey,
dude.
R.I.P.
Okay,
KB
so
Toys,
all of us
seriously.
grew up in Elk Grove, right? Like you guys
Yeah.
remember KB Toys?
Oh,
Yo,
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
KB
this
Toys
is
was
me
a
in
plus.
5th grade being like, yeah, I own that toy store. Oh.
That's my spot.
KB. Like, no, literally, every time anyone would be like, "Where'd you get that?" KB Toys.
No.
Is that your store?
KB Toys was a
Yeah.
formative part of my childhood. Absolutely.
Dude, KB. And I'm pretty sure, like, that isn't a chain, right?
Were
Like,
they
that
owned
was,
by,
Oh
like,
no,
uh,
it was.
It was
a chain,
definitely a chain.
It was.
Were
It
they
went out
owned
of
by
business.
GameStop,
Far
though?
gone.
I think
I
they
think it's
did
like the
have
same
some
company,
kind of
yeah.
fucking correlation
Because
with GameStop.
They
I
had
do-
like almost the same logo as far as I
It was
remember.
like
As GameStop? No, KB Toys was,
it was like
a,
no, there was like EB Games and
Oh,
like
I just remember
you're right. I'm
that.
thinking
I
of
just
EB
remember
Games.
KB Toys was
KB was like
it was red and yellow. I remember that. That was
yeah,
illegal. That
it was
the
like
logo.
a yellow K and B with like a red outline, and it
Right,
was just
right.
like it literally just said KB Toys,
Yeah.
and it was like
You could go there and get all
Better
the
than
Batman,
fucking Toys R
the Lord of
Us,
the
bro.
Rings, the X-Men, like
that
all
shit.
that
We didn't even have a Toys R Us in Elk Grove.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, there
Eventually.
I know we
Yes,
had one.
but 5 years after
Yeah.
KB Toys was there, like
I'm
the
from the
only
Bay.
toy store in Elk Grove in a big capacity was KB.
I'm originally
Toys.
from the Bay, so the only Toys R Us I was loyal to was the one in Oakland.
Oh, they had it out there.
They
It
had
was
it
like a
open.
mom. It was
Yeah.
not a mom and pop, but it was like a.
I'm telling you right now, like the
Yeah.
kids nowadays, they don't know what
They probably
childhood
had like
really
5
is.
stores.
Right? They don't know what they didn't have it like how we had it. You know what I'm saying? We had the shit.
I got
from-
all my Star Wars toys from fucking KB Toys.
Absolutely. KB Toys was like literally like. The
do
shit.
kids even play with toys anymore? I sound like a fucking boomer, but like
Nah, they just
I
watch
mean,
Instagram.
They just on YouTube.
I mean,
and shit
most of
now,
them are
like, you know.
fucking
I know.
iPad kids. Bro,
are these kids
so,
even
like, no.
swallowing marbles anymore? What the fuck is
Right.
going
Is
on?
that really like a hazard
They're
nowadays?
playing. They're
If you ain't never got a
playing,
Lego stuck up your nose, bro, you ain't a 90s kid, bro.
Man, your brother's cool as fuck. All my
Look,
brother does is
look.
shove crayons up his nose.
I did plenty of shit, but I'm sorry, I wasn't the dumbass that was snorting fucking One Piece Legos up my nose, bro.
Bro, when I was in middle
He said,
school,
"What's this stud?"
oh fuck! All right, hold on.
I just got me a brick.
Oh fuck. Okay. All right. Let's see. What were we talking about? What was I interviewing about though? All right, this is an interview. This is an interview. Remember? So Kyle's the
went
guest
to-
of honor.
You went to college. You were a frat boy.
You're a
Oh,
frat boy.
fuck, I
The
did do
frat
that.
boy is back,
I did.
and you know
I
he'll
did
never
go to
be black.
college. Unfortunately, I wish.
Tell us about UC San Diego, bro. You from San Diego. That means
let's set the record straight. Do I look smart enough to go to UC San Diego? No, I went to fucking San Diego State.
you look like a genius, Kyle. Don't sell yourself short.
It's hella funny because like 1 year after I got accepted, San Diego State started like all state schools like really being strict on like, bro, I didn't have a 4.0. Like graduating high school, I had pretty good grades and I like did some AP classes, so my GPA was higher than like what my actual GPA was. But like people that were coming into SCSU the year after I got in were like way like they were like valedictorians and shit. Like state schools started getting so fucking strict. And like someone like SCSU who was making so much fucking money off of the people that they were letting in. It was like you're a minority that has a scholarship or you're somebody that like was valedictorian. Like that was literally the standard after I got accepted. And obviously, you know, you can miss a couple points on the SAT and still get in. And like, I'm not saying they were being SCSU was exclusively like cutting people out, but it was like I very like easily noticed the difference of people that were allowed in. Like y'all remember Dawn?
Yeah.
Like I remember talking to Dawn. She was a year after us, or like 2 years after us. And she went to SCSU, and like just knowing the standards that they were like asking for after I had gotten in, like every year had exponentially like changed.
Just a higher, just like you gotta do
it's
this.
Just fucking crazy, dude. And like I'm going to a state school where I really don't do shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm a fucking psych major. I really appreciate the classes that I took, and like I learned a lot of really cool things. But it wasn't stuff that I was like, why are we gate? Why the fuck is this type of education being gate kept? Like,
right? No, definitely. I mean, I
understand that there's like a population cap. You can't accept more people, and then you can actually educate. You know, you need to have the space for them in classes and whatever.
Well,
It's just fucking weird, dude. It's fucking weird.
Definitely. I went to Sac State, like, and I studied history and shit. And again, it's like, I almost felt like this is what should be taught in high school almost. It's like they saved all the good stuff behind the paywall,
That
you know?
is where the resentment comes from. Is that like when you're in college, you're like, wow, I feel like I really should have been taught this shit 2.5 years ago.
You know,
it's like you could easily specialize, like you could easily like set up programs to specialize in this shit in high school, and it would be the same amount of time taken up. Yeah. Whereas in high school, they just feel with like it's such a just watered down version of it, you know?
Yeah,
it's interesting. Like and now, so, like coaching at Kissimmee Oaks, like you know, like they have like finance classes. They have like shit that we needed. Like,
I'm so glad they fucking listened after we graduated.
You know, it's like we were
make
asking for this shit
a
in high
formal
school,
complaint.
Yeah.
We really
it's so dumb. It's like I didn't even know what a fucking checkbook was when I graduated.
I was so happy when I heard
school,
that they were doing
dude.
Stuff like that though. You know,
like okay, come on, grow the fuck up.
That
like,
shit's on purpose, by the way. They just don't tell you that shit.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah,
yes, obviously.
If they told you all about finances and how debt works and all that
then
stuff, you would not go to college.
Right.
They wouldn't make that extra $800 off of fucking late fees.
Right.
Like, think about how much money you've spent.
I don't want to.
Learning about the system.
Yeah.
Like, think about how many late payments you've had to your debit account. Or, like, you know, you accidentally signed up for some recurring fees. So, like, your debit account got, all of a sudden you owe $60 for your account where, like, the charge was just $5.
Yeah. You go $1
like,
over your
I'm sorry,
limit.
but that shit is... Yeah, bro.
It's predatory, bro.
Look,
it's predatory.
Hey,
they're like, just
not
try
to call
being less
anyone
broke,
out.
bro.
I don't want anyone to bully anyone, but Jay Johnson, the dude who tuned in right away, he works at a bank. You guys know that sound on TikTok that like during quarantine went hella fucking viral? That was like I work at the bank. Do you guys know that
No,
TikTok sound?
I don't know TikToks. I'm old.
I don't either.
I
I don't
like
either. This is
actively
one of like
avoid
3
TikTok.
that I know. But it's like there was like a trend that was like the audio was like I work at the bank, and it was like, oh, I didn't know that if I spend $3 on the 31st of the month, that I would owe $60 on the first of the month.
Yep.
And like the audio was always I work at the bank. And I told him as soon as he like left being a server at our job and like was like worked at a bank, I was like, look, every time I see you, this is what I think. I work at the bank. And it's just like, dude, like, yeah, okay, fuck.
Right.
I like my experience is like I asked US Bank like 6 times to take me off of like auto pay and to like take me off of auto draft.
Right.
And like if I don't have the money in my account, don't charge anything.
Yeah.
No, that's not how that
Nah,
works. Yeah,
it's not how that fucking
That's
works.
how they make the money.
Unfortunately, you need to put your money somewhere, and we have it. So
Here's your that's like there's like the Louis C.K. bit about that where it's like they charge you the $30. You're like, that's the cost of being broke is like $30.
that's the
You
cost
have
of
less
that's
than
the cost
nothing.
of sitting
Right.
across from a table with someone who's masturbating in front of you is $30.
They're just getting.
Louis C.K. in front of me.
Oh, so you're scared of a little Louis
Hey,
Willie
I
on
love-
episode 69.
I love Secret Life of Pets 1. Okay. Okay.
So
movie
he
sucked.
jerked off.
That movie sucks. I'll say it. That
I know.
movie's ass.
Out of all the things
Out
that
of all the
Louis
things
does,
you could like
you
for
could've
Louis
said
C.K., you like
Pootie-Tang.
Secret Life of a Pets where he's got the red rocket and he's beating it off. Like, come on. Come on.
Exactly.
All right.
That's
No.
exactly what I was hoping for.
Oh my goodness.
Louis the goat. No amount of fucking cock stroking can ever take that away from him.
We'll see.
Well, it looks like a.
Oh, I'm
it loo-
sorry.
It
He
looks
won a
like-
fucking Emmy since then.
It looks like a certain amount of cock stroking did take it away from him. So I mean, it's a little bit of a.
I mean, yeah, he did.
The
He lost
thing is-
$35 million.
Oh,
But
I'm pissed. I'll be right
But
back.
he hit the perfect amount of strokes.
true.
No, stop. Look,
I personally would feel
anyone-
blessed.
anyone 10 years down the line who's watching this, I don't like him.
I would feel privileged to have spanked it in front of Sarah Silverman in her prime.
Hey, look. I respect everything you're saying,
But
but I don't agree.
oh, he thinks jerking off's a crime, dude.
In the office?
I wasn't in the office. No office. He's a stand-up comedian. There's no office.
Never
He was
had
on
an office.
stage. Yeah.
You know, hey, you gotta commit to the bit.
Anyways, yeah. That man committed to the bit.
Okay. All right. So
college.
college.
Or whatever.
Remember
Yeah.
when we weren't talking about that?
I'm sure nothing like that ever happens in college or in a fraternity.
Definitely not.
No.
Especially not in like sororities or fraternities.
No,
Absolutely.
no.
Very civilized.
Okay.
There's Greek letters involved, and we all know the
That's
Greeks.
about it.
The Greeks were also on their best
It's
behavior.
like Greek letters, and then it's like civil Hunyan. It's like,
There you go. Yeah. That's
oh
pretty
yeah,
much the
we
gist.
call ourselves this, but like, look, we're really good humans.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah. Great
All
people.
right.
Hey, please
So-
excuse this guy.
So, psychology. Let's go. Yeah. So we said you majored in psychology. Are you more of a Freud guy or are you more of a Jung guy?
Am I a Freud guy?
Are you a Freud guy or are you a Jung guy?
Are you asking me if I'm a fucking idiot or I'm a fucking... Look.
Oh,
How do you feel about Freud? Let's hear it.
Oh, so you think people don't want to fuck their moms? It's the summer of '69.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Look, I'm right there, man.
Right
Like,
there with it.
I am right here to hear anything about like the foundational things that shaped the way people studied psychology, of course, I'm here to hear. But like,
Would you say Freud is the Louis C.K. of psychology?
yes. Actually, yes.
Because he's the GOAT.
no.
Oh.
Not, I mean, like, without that tag, sure. Maybe. But like, look,
Maybe
like,
the Pee Wee Herman of psychology.
what, like, me going to just like
You can lift the whole thing right up a little bit.
to
Get that
actually
thing right up on there.
There we go.
to actually like spend my money and go to school for psychology, like, of course, no.
So you're not a Freud
Of course,
guy.
no. I'm obviously not dedicating my existence to studying
Why did you
everything this dude said.
Why
But,
did you
like,
pick psychology?
It's fucking, it's nice to see. It's like well, okay, what am I trying to say? Like, you need the context, dude. Like, you need to understand where the foundation of the things that you care about came from before you actually invest yourself in caring about what it is. So like, yes, of course this dude said some dumb fucking shit about what he studied, but he did study something, and it led us to a place where we can branch off in these different areas and understand like how our brains work. And it's never gonna be perfect. Of course, you can bait me with these fucking
He's a
questions
pioneer.
about
No,
Freud.
no. I'm not
Like,
baiting you.
This
I
is
know
a
you-
gotcha
I know
podcast,
you-
by the way.
I know you guys aren't baiting me, but what I'm saying is like, people, when they decide to do research, they feel baited. And like, so the conversation is important, because what we use as our frame of reference to decide to dedicate our lives to is like, I'm sitting here casually talking about it, but there are people who have like dedicated their lives to researching things to either disprove that or like prove it. And like, we all go down different paths, and obviously Freud is something that is developed over 10 years and 10 years and 10 years, and we all have different, like, I'm not saying everyone who decides to go to school for psychology is thinking about Freud. Like, probably people who are 5 years younger than me don't even know who fucking Freud is. Like, I would be surprised if you don't take a Psych 101 in high school. I'm really curious about the people who decide to go to school for psychology, because like, I would not be surprised if high schools are like scared of teaching Freudian things at this point. You know what I mean?
No, it's definitely. I just
Yeah.
want to say,
Like it's one of those things. It's like, oh, if you go to a, oh fuck, I don't want to say this.
say it.
If you go to
Say
a
it.
woke, if you go to a really woke high school, are they gonna teach you Freudian things? Maybe not. Because maybe they've come up with their own psychology, like, curriculum.
Mhm.
But like, it was one of those things that like, the thing that made me so down to like keep deep diving in when I was in college was that I think this dude's full of shit. And
Hey,
I would love to be taught more about how this dude is full of shit and like what is actually being studied. And I spent so much time in college learning about actual studies that shattered my worldview.
So you
Like,
really feel
I-
like
hold on, if I may.
Psychology kept me inspired because everything I learned in a class where I was presented with shit with like actual concrete evidence shattered my worldview of like, okay, I don't take every study for like what you're trying to tell me what it is, but at the same time, like, you guys did 15 years of research. Who the fuck am I
Right.
to
That's
like
what-
deny
I just wanna
what
s-
you guys
I
have
just-
observed over 15 years. Like,
I just want to say every single thing right now, the entire verbatim what you just said, I can fucking say about Karl Marx. That's how I feel as a history major about Karl
Yes,
Marx.
yes.
I'm like, are you guys seriously
similar.
dedicating
Yes, bro.
all this time to this fucking dipshit?
this guy
to this
Yeah.
fucking jerk off, this dumb motherfucker.
Yes.
Are you really gonna put your whole academic career into what this fucking idiot is spouting off right now?
He's
That's
just-
how I feel about
he's
Karl.
just Santa Claus.
Everything you've just said about Sigmund
Karl
Freud.
Marx.
That's how I feel about Karl Marx as a history major, bro. Because
it.
I fucking learned
Spit it
same
right
thing.
now.
Same thing. I fucking went and
all these motherfuckers that are tuning in right now probably go to fucking Sac State.
oh, yo, do not diss the crowd. I'll say that. I love
Okay,
it.
I'm
No,
sorry.
I would joke.
I
I'm
did not mean
joking.
to say
no,
you
no,
all
no,
went
no,
to
no,
Sac
no, no,
State.
no. I know. I went to Sac State, and I could tell you, motherfuckers that go to Sac State and likes fucking Karl Marx, go fuck yourself.
Karl Marx is just Santa Claus for fucking 20-something-year-old girls with borderline personality disorder.
Karl Marx literally didn't know that delivery drivers existed. He literally didn't. There is no factor
No, we-
of
we-
distribution in Marxist theory. Distribution does not exist or factor into Marxist theory whatsoever. There's the fucking producer, and then there's the fucking means of production, and then there's fucking the proletariat and the utilitariat. But it's like, no, this motherfucker did not know that you need to distribute the goods that are created. You want to know why?
Communism without the distribution, bro.
Bro, homie was just a fucking frat boy. That's why, bro. He was, and so that
I'm producing my shit.
Right.
He said, "Hey, I got my shit."
But Freud, though, okay, from my
I know,
understanding, from my understanding of
loves
psychology,
Freud. He loves Freud.
my understanding of psychology as someone who just like fucking watches Jordan Peterson reels and like Andrew Huberman clips
Hey, okay, respectfully.
is fucking
Hey, respectfully, there we go.
respectfully,
Yeah.
is that like Freud was basically just saying, you want to fuck your mom, change my mind.
No, he just.
And it's
didn't-
like, maybe
he just-
you want to fuck your mom, Freud.
just- right.
Sigmund. Maybe it's because she named you Sigmund. You
He just
dumb
didn't
fuck.
have a foldable table with like a Sharpie.
Yeah, true.
And paper.
Yeah.
He just didn't have the table that said
Dude.
change my mind. No,
He
like
didn't have the resources.
fucking idiots. Like I'm okay. That concept comes from people like if you could how could you artistically translate the idea of someone like that on the internet? Oh, I don't know, maybe just a fucking tweet. Like it's literally people being like, "Oh, this is fucking dumb. Change my mind."
Mhm.
And that whole meme progression of like, "Oh yeah, change my mind. Oh, I'm at this table. Change my mind." Like, does that really invite
Yeah. Like, it doesn't
conversation? No,
yeah.
it doesn't, because like if I walk up to that table, it's like, okay, I am not just candidly talking with you anymore. I'm having to approach you with the mindset of
You have to
like
come on the defense already.
already, like
Yeah.
literally, like, oh,
Yeah.
change my mind. Like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay, so
spoiler
your mind's
alert.
already made.
Spoiler alert: the mind was not changed.
It's not like, hey,
Usually.
it's not like, hey, let's talk about Sigmund Freud.
Right.
It's like, you want to fuck your mom, change my mind. I'm like, look, I do not.
Sounds like a you problem, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I can say whatever the fuck I want, and I walk
All
away
right.
like, well,
I'm gonna
I
say a
guess-
I will
dangerous
say-
sentence. I don't want to fuck my mom.
I don't believe
but-
you.
He's like, I want to fuck. Sigmund Freud was like, I want to
Listen.
fuck my mom. I want to fuck my
my
dad. I want to fuck my grandma. Oh, that was Sigmund Freud. All right, so I think we've covered enough about Sigmund Freud, though. I think, dude. Even
I don't
the
know.
even the Zudes here, we talked about Sigmund Freud, dude.
Yeah.
Sigmund Freud's a bit of a joker.
It's fun. Well,
I love
it's
that.
it's one
I've
thing
heard-
for us
okay.
to just be like,
Look,
he
I
was
came
a
on
dumb
this
guy.
show because I've heard him say the name Sigmund Freud, and I'm just here to defend Sigmund Freud.
Dude,
Oh,
please.
I hope you know that's going in the supercut right there. That's going in the supercut. That's a good out of
I
context
could
clip.
fucking never.
Sigmund Freud's legacy must be defended.
I paid off. I've paid off a good like $20,000, maybe like $15,000 of student loans that like I'm accepting because of studying psychology.
Mhm.
I'll pay off whatever it takes for you to stop talking about Sigmund Freud.
You paid $20,000 just to learn that you want to fuck your mom.
Look,
Okay.
I can confident. I want to talk to everyone who's out there listening. I can confidently say my parents aren't watching this fucking stream right now. My parents ruined my fucking credit with my student loans because I paid off like 1/4 of them while I was in college, and my parents like really wanted to take them over, and like they were like, we never intended for you to have to pay for any of your college education. Like, we want to help you out. They set up the auto pay fucking wrong, and like 3 months of my student loan payments went defaulted, and because they just weren't noticing they were getting the notifications, my credit score fucking tanked.
That's tough, Chief.
So if y'all are in here and y'all are struggling with your credit score, we can talk about how to rebuild that shit up, because I've been
dude.
working.
I know, man. Tell us what you.
Diligently.
Hey, tell us
Please,
what you.
please
Tell us
tell
what
me.
you got. Tell us what you want to tell anybody about that, because let me tell you, these dudes in this room
Well, we
here.
started off talking today about how like when I got my first credit approval, I got $2,000, and I had like a 850 credit score
How the
when my parents.
fuck?
It's
Because when
it's
I started
under
having
it's
when
under
I-
600 now.
well, but mine too. But
Mine was 850 when I like started paying off my credit card, and then my parents were like trying to help me out. And they
how the
fucked
fuck?
up.
Okay, but how was
went
yours
down to six- it
850
was like-
from the get go? My shit was like 500 from the get go.
I don't know.
He's
I mean, like,
white.
I'm like so much.
You have
whiter
blue
than
eyes.
You. I'm like, you have brown eyes. I have white.
So,
I have white eyes.
Before
He's
I got
the
that
air
little bit of
region.
Pacific Islander.
I know the Hawaiian is dragging you down, bro. The
It's
Hawaiian.
your cheekbones.
I got the spam in my veins. Listen, what the
I
fuck
love
are we
spam.
talking about? Okay, so but do you think do you think that without Sigmund Freud and his antics, though, would we not have gotten to the point
No.
that we're at today?
No, and that's why like I'm like, okay, we all obviously have a fucking duty to like.
You got to start somewhere, is what I'm saying.
We gotta like call shit out for being fucking wacky when it's wacky.
Mm.
But like, if we're talking about if you're a historian and not a psychologist studying psychology,
Right.
like you're a fucking idiot if you leave them out. Like,
Yeah.
it's the general progression. You need that. And I'm not saying like it couldn't have happened.
You
any
gotta
other
have
way.
you gotta have
but,
someone's
like,
wacky
with-
ideas first.
What the fuck inspired all of these people to go down these rabbit holes and go down these areas of research that they thought they would never get paid for?
There was a need for it.
They would never get noticed for.
Right.
It wasn't about getting noticed. It was about like telling the truth.
Right.
Because you have this dude that is fucking saying this wacky shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Well, I think with Freud too, it's something where it's like, okay, it's something that's plaguing me, so that's gonna fuel my journey into this whole expedition of like inner psyche,
Yeah.
dreams, and just like weird, like kind of like subconscious trauma that influences our actions. And then Carl Jung's all about dreams and stuff too, so there is that shared element there. His angle's more about like, the mythic archetypes and like the different messages you can receive from your own brain and shit.
yeah.
But I think that, and again too, it's like, yeah, like that's why I was curious about, like, as a psychology major, what do you think about Freud? Whereas, because exactly to me, as a history major, Freud and Jung are on the same level. Do I think that way? No, I think Jung's way fucking doper. We made a whole fucking bit about
Freud's
Carl
a
Jung.
fucking idiot. Let's be honest.
Freud's a fucking idiot.
Like,
Yes.
isn't
Let's
like
be
Freud?
fucking
Freud
honest.
is. But is it accurate to say that Freud is almost like
I'm trying to
as like a
think of
Christopher
good analogy,
Columbus.
dude.
Where it's like look at
I'm
this
trying to think
fucking
of a good
idiot.
analogy where you're like, no,
Where it's
you're
like-
fucking lying.
Where it's like,
Like,
well, but it's
you're
like,
just lying out of your fucking butthole, bro.
well, okay, but
And,
I'll say
like-
the similarity, right, between
But
Freud and
unfortunately,
Columbus.
it came at a time where people were like, "Oh yeah."
They're like,
well,
I kind of do want
Especially
to
with
fuck my
like,
mom.
I think you weren't confident in your analogy, but Columbus is a good one, dude.
Well, no,
like-
because like Columbus, because a lot of people are like,
That's
"Man,
not America."
Columbus,
You're like,
Columbus,
"Nah,
what a
it
fucking
is."
idiot, dude. He thought he was going to Japan, but he got fucking lost. Or, you know, he thought he was going to India, but he ended up in, you know, wherever. And it's like, what a fucking idiot. And it's like, dude, he was from the 1400s and he was on a fucking
They
boat,
actually just burned
and everyone
every piece of paper
died.
where he was admitting that he actually knew what was going on. It's
That's
like,
wild.
you know, you have no fucking idea.
Right.
And like,
So,
with
but it's
Freud,
like,
we have a pretty good idea because he thought he was hella smart, so he documented everything, and we're all like, oh, you're actually
right. But the
dumbass.
new
But, like-
world is kind of was just as unexplored as the inner psyche and the
Exactly.
mind
Like,
and
think
stuff
about,
like that.
like,
Someone
think about-
had to do it. Some
think-
dumb fuck had to go out
Think
there and do
about
it.
how like niche you feel when you're like, oh, you know, when you're going to, even now, going down that rabbit hole is like kind of like, oh, what are you, a Zude? Oh, what do? Do you just drink mushroom tea every morning because
Maybe
you
I
think
do.
about like your existence? Like, no, bro. Like, everyone is suffering. Like, everyone wants to understand why they're here. And it's hard to do that when you fucking think you're working a stupid job, or like, you know, you have to find the meaning in things that you love. And that's why we're here, right? You guys love doing this. I
True.
love doing music. I love, like, I'll never replace the connections I made with people in high school. We can talk about like burning bridges and shit all we want, but like, here we are.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Amen, brother.
hey, thank you.
Well, I mean, I think that's a good point too. Where it's okay, so it's like, how do you feel about like young? Who would you say, like, in your studies of what you learned about psychology? What were some things that really stood out to you and really spoke to you? Then, how about that?
Okay, so this is like I was talking today to one of my coworkers about like this is. I mean, I think I'm answering your question, but like, one of the things that blew my mind when I was going to school for psychology was learning about like, there's been a lot of psychological studies on siblings, like around siblings. So like, you know, I'm a youngest sibling. You are a middle sibling, right?
Yeah.
You know, like, I growing up was convinced that like my place in my family and like having two older brothers like dramatically shaped my personality, right?
Mhm.
And I kind of went into college with that mindset. Was like not like I don't just go around identifying as a younger brother, but like learning in college that objectively
Mm-hmm.
psychological research has shown that there is no dramatic effect on your personality outcome
Mm-hmm.
based on if you're a middle or an older or a younger sibling.
Okay.
Think about how weird about that is to think, because like you grow up identifying as, oh, like I'm the oldest,
Well, I mean,
and you
It's
know,
interesting.
and you're like I grew up identifying like I'm the youngest, like
Mhm.
you know, I was bullied my whole upbringing because my brothers were like just fucking bigger than me, and like not bullied, like, you know what I mean, like
I understand.
I can
Believe
take
me,
sh-
I understand.
I know you understand. Like, I can take shit, whatever. Like, my brothers are older, like, whatever. And, like, going into college and then paying for my education and being like, oh, I'm being told that, like, this is, like, actually not a thing. Like, in psychology, like, after looking at studies, like,
that
it does not affect your outcome, your personality. Like, if you were to... Granted, there's like leeway here, but like basically most of the studies were like they took a lot of data based off of like what your upbringing was, but then they just gave you a basic personality test.
So this is more so.
And it's like, okay, so like you say you're an oldest sibling and I say I'm a youngest sibling, but our personality scores come out like very similar.
Very similar. Okay.
And so it's like very like conclusively they were able to say like
There's
your
no-
birth order does not have any actual effect on your personality. And that was something that blew my mind when I was in school, because I identified with like being the youngest sibling so much. I was like, okay, like this shaped so much of who I am that I don't understand how you can say like it doesn't actually have an effect. But you know, the law of average, bro. Like when you average shit out, like okay.
That sounds like a skill issue, bro. Just
I was
be
gonna
born
say-
first.
Right, you just don't got
Be
the
born
skill,
first,
bro.
like me.
I think that is interesting though, because I think that, I mean, that's almost like a nature versus nurture situation where it's like, yeah, it's not going to affect how you are just by default. But I mean, I think it could definitely influence
Definitely
what
impacts
you
and
experience.
that was one of the things that wove into like my experience of paying money to be educated in that realm. Was like, I was like, look, you can show me as many fucking studies as you want, but I don't believe that didn't affect me. You know what I mean? And obviously they're not sitting there trying to tell me it didn't affect me.
Mhm.
So it's all about balancing like the dude, everyday life for what we're given so much information every day, especially now with like social media and shit. Like you're just, all anybody wants is to have the privilege of putting something in front of your face.
Yeah, it's
And so
like, dude, we just
so paying money to like educate yourself is fucking important. And like being critical about what you're being presented with is so much more important than spending the money to actually get it. You know what I mean? Like
that.
you don't spend 4 years educating yourself on a topic if you feel like you're getting shorted while you're learning it. You know what I mean? Like
There better be some truth bombs
They're-
along the way.
they're fucking better.
Yeah.
There better be, bro. 100%.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, it's crazy how much you can learn out here for free 99.
That's the
here on
other thing,
YouTube
dude.
University.
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's fucking nuts, bro. I know we were talking earlier. We were saying that, like, okay, like you were saying that, you know, we've talked a bunch about different stuff. I'm into different spiritualities, and you're into one of the things that we really connected on is that you're into Buddhism. Have you found like you know, a link between your interest in psychology and Buddhism?
I mean, so my whole kind of like introduction to Buddhism was really through meditation.
Mhm.
And so I didn't really know about Buddhism until I burned out of a social frat in college and was like, you know, I think I had this one dude, he worked at the gym, and he was our RA. That's what it was. He was our RA when we were freshmen. He was our RA, and he was like, dude, look, like you guys should just come by on Wednesdays and meditate with us. And it's nothing serious. It's nothing crazy. Just come by and like sit in this room with us and do your thing. And we did that, and like literally within a year it became like a movement, bro. Like everyone who had been in those rooms 3 or 4 weeks in a row was like, what more can we do? Like how can we make this a thing? And it became an organization. And it was literally like Wednesday nights, if you want to meditate at San Diego State, you know where to go. And it was like in the middle of the student union. And it was like this room, this big giant room that everyone knew about, that you could go in the middle of your week to meditate. And then we'd have a conversation about stealing, or we'd have a conversation about lying. Anything that like went against, it wasn't like you need to be Buddhist to show up. It was like, let's just take some topics from Buddhist teachings and talk about them.
That's
And
dope.
you'd be fucking surprised how many college kids needed that shit. Like, when I say you'd be surprised, I mean you would not be surprised. It was everybody.
That
Like-
sounds a lot
like
more productive.
by the end of it, at our peak, we had like people coming from every single social fraternity being like, I don't want to fucking be doing what I'm doing. I don't know why I am. Like, I'd come here every week for safety. Like, literally, like it was that type of space. And I'm pretty disconnected from it now. I have no doubt that organization is flourishing on SCSU. like as a social fraternity, because that's like what we fought for.
That's good though.
We were
man.
like, look,
I mean,
we're not a fucking cultural fraternity. If we fight for cultural fraternity status, no one's gonna give us
Okay,
the
I'm
chance.
not
It
hip.
was
What's
social.
what's the difference between
It's all like funding. It's all like bureaucratic bullshit. It's all like,
so you get more
if you're a social fraternity, you have to have a place. You have to have a place people can go.
right.
Like you have to have a frat house. And then it's like, I forget, like, look, I wasn't super involved with like making it happen. The first year that I took a leadership role, I was the pledge educator, and I wrote the whole semester design for the pledges. And it was all like, dude, we took 4 trips, 2 of which were overnight, 2 of which were not overnight, and it was all places in San Diego that offered like Buddhist education. And
That's
it was
cool.
all just sick shit. It was all just like, yeah, I'll pay our dues were $1. It was me coming fresh off of being involved with like a social fraternity that was like, yeah, your dues are fucking $1,300.
Right.
And it was like, no, your dues are $1. If you want to pledge, like, yeah, we're going on these 4 trips. If you guys want to pay for like, you know, help pitch in for gas to go to whatever, we did
See
it.
that? I mean,
It
that's
was
cool,
like
man.
we visited Buddhist temples. We visited houses where people like hosted meditations. It was like we covered every part of the spectrum of like people who were dedicating their lives just to meditating.
Right.
And it was cool, man, because you saw so many kids find relief in it. I'm like,
It's good, man.
19,
Especially in
and
a
it's
college environment where it seems like, I mean, just what you gather from what fraternities are about. It's like, it's all just seems like it's a lot of partying and a lot of bullshit and a lot of, you know, it's a lot of just kind of debauchery. So it's good that, you know, there's a spot where
even away from debauchery and from the hedonism of college campuses, just the stress and the overwhelming nature of studying and all this pressure to get somewhere with your academics. Definitely Zen focus is something that's very important to learn. I wish I learned more about it when I was in college. I mean, I learned about it when I was like younger. And then as a teenager, I got into other stuff, kind of forgot about it. I really connected with spirituality towards the tail end of my college career. But I wish I was more in touch with like my spirituality and Zen focus and learning to be just more in the moment and like just let everything else wash away while I was studying, in the middle of my college career. That would have been really good. Yeah, man. Kyle's taking a piss right now, so we're gonna fucking fill the void for a
Here's
second.
the thing on the ZooCast, and I feel like this has never really been addressed, but we kind of just try to sneak piss.
Yeah,
because this is what happens on a podcast where everybody's drinking beers too, where it's just the pissing is inevitable. I think the last episode we did, we actually managed to make it through. Somehow we managed to make it through the ZooCast Battle Royale last week with minimal pisses.
That's pretty impressive.
I wasn't.
Well, you weren't there,
I wasn't
but yeah,
there,
yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't know. But I don't think the Zude pissed the whole time.
I
did
know-
not see him get up from
Can
the.
he?
I didn't. I think I only saw him get up from his chair one time.
Did the Zudes have a need to piss?
No genitalia.
No genitalia does
none.
not mean no urethra. Okay.
Yes,
There's
yes, I think it inherently does actually.
Yeah.
The urethra goes deep. It goes deep in. I think.
Okay, I mean, if we're excluding the scenario of some sort of, surgery, right?
Internal urethra.
Right. Like,
Listen, it's episode 69, you guys. I feel like we've kind of fucked up because we're honestly probably the Battle Royale should have been episode 69, but we really have no 69 relevant stuff. If y'all just want to leave like a 8 equals D in the chat or something, or like
Leave some dicks, leave some tits,
Yeah.
leave some fucking booty emojis.
maybe
put
a
a-
backslash
Put a
and then
3
and
and
then
then an arrow and then equal 8, like so it's like a dick going in a butt. That's good.
that's
know what?
not exactly 69, but I'll accept that as an answer. Yes.
you know what? Just DM me. How about that?
Yeah.
There we go. All right, so let's continue on with this very serious interview here.
I'm gonna continue on with the piss train.
So
I'm
serious,
gonna
I would
piss
like
next.
to have another Modelo.
Oh, there you go. It's last one's for you, man.
Oh,
There's
pass
two
them
more.
around.
There's
That's
two
the
more.
last?
There's two more.
There's
The
two
Last
more.
of Us, you said?
Bobby called it. Bobby gets the last beer.
You want one?
Wait, oh,
Does anyone else want?
damn. You know what? All right.
Yep, it's you.
Damn,
That's all you.
know,
babe.
it's a burden. It's a burden. I'll take the burden though.
Don't you worry though. I'll just go ahead and drink more of this right here.
I'm actually getting the last one. There's
Hey,
one more.
we got King Cali Crypto in the chat.
King
as well,
Cali
by the way.
Crypto!
Yeah.
Yo, did you see the King Cali Crypto episode, Kyle? That's my cousin. That's my Andrew Tate, bro.
Okay, actually, I did.
Yeah, that's
Actually, I
my
did.
fucking cousin.
100%.
I grew up having my own personal Andrew Tate.
Just welcome
Oh
from a power
yeah,
nap.
thank you, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes, sir.
Here, keep it full screen though. Might as well.
King
'cause
Cali
there's-
Crypto is, like, from what I've heard, just kind of an OG.
Very much
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Very
Oh,
much
yeah.
so. Let me tell you what. I'm gonna give a very special shout out to
Schmo?
King Cali Crypto again. The whole episode we had him on was a shout out, but extra shout out. Thank you for supporting me, big cousin. I appreciate you. Thanks for teaching me how to not be a bitch because this fool said on his chest
What year did he teach you that? Because, like, I could dispute
my
it.
whole life. I'm sorry. You could disprove it. Fuck you.
It had to have been after, like, 012.
Right.
I'll fucking beat your ass, bro.
We might have some information to where you have to redact that statement.
Not 012. Don't
Okay.
ever let me say 012
right, let me-
again.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
crime.
I know.
That's a crime against humanity.
012 will get your ass beat on its
This is a
own.
grammar sin.
Okay. All right.
Respectfully.
All right. Back to the interview. So Buddhism. What kind of there's like different types of Buddhism and stuff. I'm
Sure.
personally like I took South Asian art, and so I'm familiar like Theravada and Mahayana Buddhism. Is there anything that you studied in particular that you're like really influenced by?
I mean, we were exposed to both of those. We went to a lot of temples. Dude, like, to be very honest, like the most, like, what I took most out of it was mostly the meditation, which is why I was so dedicated to like the actual like foundation that I was a part of at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But like just learning that act of like being like becoming comfortable meditating and then seeing how it translated to all these different formats, like basically like what. So I pledged for this Buddhist fraternity.
Mm-hmm.
But after I did, we like switched our mentality, and it very quickly became like it wasn't a Buddhist fraternity; it was a meditation fraternity, and we exposed a lot of people to like all these different types of, I mean, I hesitate to call it religion, but like, look, there's these 6 different ways that these people all meditate the same way, but like integrate it into their beliefs differently.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like just a huge exposure event of like, holy shit, just in the 619, just in this one area code, I'm finding out about 5 different ways that people use the same practice to like apply it to their daily lives. And that was the whole thing, dude. Like, I grew up Christian. I was fucking star student in Awanas, bro. Like, Christian, like, youth school. Like, ooh, you're so good because you memorized all your Bible verses. So here's 3 crowns and 6 jewels for each of those crowns.
I was
And
Jehovah's
it's like-
Witness, bro. I can relate.
I feel like you've told me that, but that's not part. I don't.
Doesn't
ever,
register.
I never put those two together. When I think of Eli, I never think of like your family was like your mom.
My family, my great grandma, my family up until I had my first Christmas when I was 13 years old.
Dad asked like right when I met you.
You met me when I was 15 years old. 14.
Wait, you went to Eddie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you're
You
right.
didn't
Like,
meet
when
me
you were
at
a freshman.
Eddie. I
No,
didn't-
no,
oh,
I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah,
we
yeah. Oh,
met
yeah,
when
yeah.
you were a freshman
True. No,
in high school.
at the end of my freshman year, yeah.
Wait, you
Okay.
did you go? You went to Pickerington, right?
And I did not go to Pinkerton at all.
So freshman year, yeah.
Nobody knows what this is. So
No,
for
no,
like
yeah,
13,
no.
14, 15.
Regardless. So similarly though, I was a freshman, or not a freshman. I was a Jehovah's Witness for most of my life, so I can feel you right there though. In regards
so
to
like I don't know, it was just kind of like interesting to see how like the same concept could be applied to so many different. That's what like broke me, literally, where I was like, okay.
I mean, Buddhism was definitely the first religion that I got into after like that foundation of being a Jehovah's Witness Christian. I learned about Buddhism because it's like, okay,
so
it's this,
applicable, man. Like
Exactly.
you start to view everything differently, where you're like, okay, I can see these things that I'm being told in a very plain context in Buddhism or with meditation that is applied to everything I've ever been taught as a kid, just without the fucking.
it's
like
without the
fucking-
shame,
the
without the shame.
the shame,
Because
or the cover,
dogma of
or the dogma, or
Transactional
the
model,
image,
if you will.
the JPEG pasted over like what you're being, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and because what I've noticed, noticed when I first started studying like Buddhism again, it's like I already had this Christian foundation. Jehovah's Witness stuff is kind of weird. It's kind of extra
it's
strict.
interesting. My bestie at work, she's the other manager. She just got promoted. Like, I grew up a Jehovah's Witness, and she taught me so much about like what her upbringing was like that is like mind blowing. Where I'm like, that's literally what you went through when you were fucking 10.
Yeah, man.
Only reason she reconnected with her dad was because he was about to die. And then he like didn't die as soon as everyone thought. Like she was like shamed. She was like cut out.
Yeah.
Like her family was like, okay, you're not a Jehovah's Witness, so like, you know.
Yeah, that's fucked. What the fuck? See, we didn't have that level of shit because like my family's from East LA, so like of course we were part of like the fucking congregation that's way more lenient. They get it. Like you know how it is.
There's a Jehovah's Witness church in Elk Grove. Did you know that?
Oh yeah.
Did I know that?
Did I?
I know that? That's adorable. Did I know
Right
that?
by where I learned
All right,
that
all
was from
right.
Lex.
But the point
Anyways.
is, though, and I was gonna say is that Buddhism is very applicable to like all these different fucking aspects of life and shit. And
Well, that was the thing. I never felt like I had to like commit myself to any concept or idea to learn from what I was being exposed to.
Mhm.
So, and it was never an environment that was like that, which is like the exact opposite of what I was experiencing when I was in college, which was like, well, you can learn from us, but like you better commit. You know what I mean?
No,
And
very
it's the
much
same thing
so.
with the concept of like paying money to learn. Okay, well, you can learn about psychology, but you better fucking commit. Otherwise, you're gonna have to, eat your money and then like go learn about something else. It was so weird. SCSU, like 80% of the people I knew were business or finance majors.
yeah,
And it's like, wow, it's really weird. I'm in a university that like teaches so many other things, but yet all I'm meeting is people who are concerned about like their business and finance major.
Well, I mean, it makes
And it's
sense.
like-
It makes sense. I feel like that's
Of
pretty
course.
common for a lot
mean,
of colleges because it's like, I want to go to college. And it's like, okay, that'll be several tens of thousands of dollars.
What are you gonna
What would
do?
you like to learn? I would like to learn how to make that money back, please. And then some. Hopefully, that's the goal.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, I don't know. My parents said I'm supposed to go here,
And
so I
where
don't know.
we're going with that is
Yeah.
like you asked me, man, like why did that shit call to me when I was in college? And it was because like I was just learning about the world around me. It wasn't like I didn't have to commit to anything,
Mhm.
and I was learning about how to handle all the shit we all deal with. So like, why would
And I mean that's why Buddhism is one of the biggest religions in the world is because it's a very
you flow
it's-
with what you're given
Mhm.
if you want to take that perspective. It's not what you're given. It's more about what just comes across.
well, it's almost a
But-
very secular understanding of just like the vastness of like existence because it doesn't necessarily rely on like, oh, there's a God that says this. It's more so about like, this is existence and here's what causes people to be unhappy. This is what causes suffering.
I mean,
it's the
it
yearning
is
for
like-
things you can't have. And it's more about just
it was
like,
much more like in your control, and it's much more like
It's about overcome.
It kind of confronts like handling emotion a lot more than like I feel like other religions do.
Because
which
is
like-
Buddhism considered? I don't really know, but is it like considered a non-theistic religion, or like I don't know? It
It's
seems like
considered
it's
a
one of those-
religion.
It's right. It's
Yeah.
considered a religion, but there's
It
not
is.
a central, like. I mean, there's the Buddhas. Like
I mean,
you know,
just
their
like
central
any
figure,
just
but,
like
Like the higher
anything,
power.
just like
aspect.
anything there. I mean, there is in certain sects of Buddhism, there's a god. In certain sects of Buddhism where it blended in, like Tibetan Buddhism, there's lots of gods because all the different fucking like their versions of like saints, they're called the fucking bodhisattvas. That's their like sacred mythology, you know, that's their archetypes that got elevated to the status of being like a bodhisattva, because like they could have just called it right there. They could have been like, that's it, goated, career ended. I figured out, I fucking had a breakthrough. I'm a genius. Like, fuck y'all, I'm the goat. But they didn't. They chose to teach everybody else and keep going. And like that's why being a bodhisattva is almost like more noble, because it's like, yo, you had your breakthrough, you hit your fucking peak, but you're still gonna keep going. It's not about just like claiming the glory. It's about like continue to help everybody understand to end the suffering, like net total, you know. So, and also too, there's tons of Muslim Buddhists, Hindu Buddhists, like even Christian Buddhists. There
Like
are,
anything
you know what I mean?
else,
Like, you know,
man. Like,
it's just
they're-
a philosophy.
everything's always gonna intersect, and like that, like I don't know. That's one of the things that I like latched onto when I was in college, was like, this is cool because I'm starting to understand everything that's going on around me in a different way. I probably would have never gotten through college with such a like positive mindset
Right.
without that type of shit, because I'm very much the type of person when I'm surrounded by that. I'm like,
Did
this
did
is
those
so toxic.
did the
Why am I
psychology
here? This
did-
is ass. Like, these people are just fucking so shallow. Why am I here? Like, all that type of shit. Like, it was very easy for me to shake off when I was like, okay, everyone just needs like a place. And that place is either in your head or it's like a physical place, where I was going once a week to like learn about like, bro, just like letting go of shit.
And did the psychology and the Buddhism overlap in a way, or
for sure.
because
I can
'cause, like,
barely tell them apart at this point.
because I mean,
the way
'cause
I
with
view
the
the world is very
with-
like,
with the meditation too, it's like you can be into meditation, or you can look at meditation from a psychological standpoint, or
Yeah.
from a non-religious standpoint, and be like, well, meditation's good because it does this, this, and this for your psychology, or for it does.
definitely not
you
like
know,
that for me.
or,
But,
like,
yeah.
It's like, but it's like one of those things where it's. I was just say it doesn't necessarily have to be. You could justify the need for meditation without having to delve into any particular
for
religion.
sure.
But it seems like before psychology as a concept was even a thing, the Buddhists were like really on top of that shit. And I mean, and
Like,
other religions were
so
too.
long before.
Right, way
So long before
before.
anyone was like, hey,
Before-
maybe this is good for our health.
Right.
No, people were like, you don't do that.
Right, but because I
You-
mean,
you
and,
don't just sit with
and
yourself
most
for 5
religions
minutes,
have like a
like-
form of prayer and stuff, which in a way is like kind of similar to meditation, but it's kind of a
It's
different, it's a
right?
different thing.
It's different, right? Because I mean,
prayer is calling to like a higher being.
That's
to
kind of
AD.
where I was gonna
Prayer,
go.
I
like-
think prayer is a form of manifestation. I know we were talking about that the past couple episodes with the Oh,
it's the
hello.
same-
Hello.
well, we were talking about that the past couple episodes, where like it's like manifestation is like focusing your intent and your will, calling to a higher power, and like pushing that energy forward into the world. And so I think that's more closer to what prayer is. But meditation, I think, is sitting with your feelings, sitting with the present, and again, Zen focus. With a couple of our past guests, like Brian, our homie Bryant, talked about this, where he was all like, playing music is a form of Zen focus,
Yeah, I
because
remember
like
watching that
it's like all you're focusing on right now is playing. There is nothing else that matters, and if you
That's where we
fuck up,
started
you
this
fuck
whole
up.
fucking episode with too is like this
with
shit
being
can,
in the zone.
this shit can come full circle
so-
right now. We
'cause-
can go
see,
back.
that's
to flow
the
state.
thing. I feel
And-
like because I've tried to meditate. Like people have tried to be like, oh, get into meditation. And I've tried to do it like a few times, and I want to get actually into it and give it a real try. But I feel like the closest thing that I come to meditating is when I'm playing music and when I'm truly just in that flow state.
And you
where
should
you
lean
cannot
into that.
think about
You
any
should
of the other
lean
bullshit.
into that
Yeah.
because like one of my favorite things about talking about meditation is that it's very easily split down the middle. And so like however the fuck your brain is made, so different than how my brain is made, even though it's like the same.
You're a Zude too.
I'm a Zude too. It's the same mold. It's just the way shit gets laid into that mold
Different
happens
archetype.
way fucking differently for every single billionth person. Like, lean into that. Like, one of my favorite things about talking about meditation has always been that I know that it's not for everyone. But trying to experience it and trying to, like, hone in on it will always show you a way you want to go. And if you're like, I can't fucking meditate, but I can shred
So you say
on
it's,
any stringed instrument.
you say it's
like-
not for everyone, but like, do you feel like anyone could benefit from it though?
Well, yeah, because of the same kind of concept, which is like, if you don't benefit from it from the same way that I do, which is like, like I said, dude, like experiencing a 4.5 minute meditation in college was like mind blowing for me. I had never done that.
I mean,
I had never sat with myself and like analyzed the thoughts that were coming into my head and learning how to like let them go out. Like sitting with yourself in the dark or with no external influence.
It's almost unheard of.
Some
today.
people, look, I'll be honest, some people aren't even fucking equipped to do that. Like based
it takes
on
a lot. Yeah.
Well,
dude,
my thing
I'm
for
not,
me-
I'm not
my-
saying like I can do it, so I'm fucking better. I'm saying like there's a reason why people feel like it's weird.
Yeah. Well, because
it is.
especially today where there's
Like-
just something, like we're saying, calling out for your attention at any given moment where
Yeah, and when
you're
you shut
looking
off all
at
the
your
things
phone
that
and
are
you're-
intended
Right.
to
Hey,
give you that attention,
that's why shower
what
thoughts
do
are a
you do
thing.
with it, bro?
You know what my thing that I didn't
Like-
even realize like for a long time growing up like was my fucking mode of zen fucking focus was skateboarding, bro.
Yeah.
Because guess what? When I'm skateboarding, you know what I'm thinking of?
Shredding.
Don't eat shit. Don't die. Don't hurt yourself.
Just don't do
This
anything
is where
where you might die.
This is where
Everything
the
else is good.
this is where the shit gets real. Exactly. It's all like
Everything else is good. Just don't do something.
it's like
dumb
why
where
would
you're
I
gonna
worry
die.
about girls or my grades or my family or anything? It's like if I'm
Don't break
focusing
my
right
ankle.
now, don't eat shit on
Yeah.
the and I love skateboarding like on transition. Don't eat shit on the fucking 6-foot ramp that you're on top of right now. Or
Don't break
that's
your
gonna
thumb
that's
trying
gonna
to grab your board doing something stupid.
well, it's
either.
like it's. I mean, less so that, and it's like because if I'm gonna go for something that's like that, it's like you better fucking go for it right now because if you don't
commitment.
go for it and you don't send it all the way, that's what's gonna fuck you up. That's what's gonna fucking make the suffering. And to me, it's like that's why you need to just go right now.
okay. And
Do
so,
not eat it. You know.
And so being able to sit with your thoughts before you maybe like decide to go eat it or die.
but being able
That's
to.
what always intrigued me about like what we're talking about, like being able to like look, I don't need to meditate to like think on my thoughts. So like when something fleets into my mind, like it doesn't have to be a fleeting thought. Grab that shit, think about it for a second and let it go. And like that's the type of shit, dude, you can apply that to this what you're talking about.
I mean that
like-
too, and as an artist too,
like-
it's like to me, I'll try to like meditate, and I was like, I'll see one fucking vision of some really fucking trippy shit for a second, and I'll fucking
Try
snap at it. I'll be like, write that down, write that down,
Yeah,
write that. I'll be like, draw
try
it.
it
I was
or-
like, that's
or
fucking
don't, yeah.
material.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah,
I have so many stupid fucking notes in my iPhone.
right, yes,
I
yeah,
have
exactly,
I have
exactly.
voice memos of freestyles with people like who had no business freestyling. I have fucking so many little, like, I'll go through my notes and be like, oh my god, this is a note with just one word on it. That's like, what the
Same, believe me,
Dude,
same.
like-
Speaking of
What?
freestyles,
Yeah.
though. Speaking of freestyles, though,
Transition.
we
Okay.
hitting about that time period right
Yeah,
now.
we got
We
about
are
20 minutes left, yeah.
hour 40 in. We got about 20 minutes left before we pull the plug for any given episode. So let's fucking
Put
check
something
out
on,
these
bro.
beats right here, bro.
Like,
Beats and
it's-
fucking. You
I-
gonna spit some freestyles on the fucking show right now?
I'll do.
Hold on. Let me. I'll
I'll
do.
do what
Let me
you
piss.
ask,
I'll be right back.
But look, I want to. I'm assuming nobody here has listened to anything I sent to you last night. So what I want is for you to just look at the names and just pick something.
Okay.
Pick,
All right.
pick what you're vibing with.
Whatever's
Going.
at the time.
You got the
I got the
beats.
page pulled up.
Cool.
Eli's out there pissing his fucking.
Frying
You
chicken,
know.
like we like to say. Look, dude. I think 3 months ago was the first time anyone had been like, "Yo, are you peeing in there? Are you frying chicken?" And I had never heard that expression.
I've never heard that either.
Have you guys ever heard that?
Really?
No.
No, yes, because we
it
had an
makes me
episode
wonder
about
how
that.
much you guys have ever fried fucking chicken. Because as soon as they said that to me, I was like, yeah.
Look back to our old
Oh, that makes
episode.
sense.
Episode like 30 something. It was our first episode that
talking
had gotten taken down by YouTube.
Episode-
Oh yeah.
Called
Episode
Sophia
thir-
Urethra.
Yep,
Are you
yep,
guys
that's the
talking-
one.
Are you guys talking about episode 34 and a half?
Oh, maybe.
Oh Lord.
Wait, which one was 34 and a half? Fuck.
Man,
Are you talking about Corey in the Big House?
I
No.
don't
Oh.
know.
We're talking
I actually
about
don't know
There's that.
if I can answer that.
It's somewhere around there. I thought you were like I thought you were referencing something.
This is episode 69.
Yeah.
So
Oh, there probably was around 34 and a half where we were talking about. No, because we were saying, Eli, it's like, are you pissing or are you frying chicken in there? But that's actually, we talked about that before on the cast.
he's frying chicken.
Yeah, he's frying chicken in
Let
there.
me tell you, bro.
We get
Growing up, I saw a lot of Sizzler commercials. So let me tell you, I'm a Sizzler.
I
my God.
actually got asked by somebody today if I knew what Black Angus was, and I was like, "Look, I'm flattered that you think I'm so young, but yeah, they're fucking
Black
right."
Angus. It's
Restaurant.
like from AC/DC.
Yes, exactly.
Angus Young.
Shiloh wants to know if we
Angus, yeah.
if we
Angus,
pee on
yeah.
the phone unmuted.
If we pee on the phone.
Well, it's
Oh
like
my God, fucking King Cal. Hold on.
It's
Go back to the
muted.
chat. King Cali Crypto said, "What do you think of Muslim, bro?"
I think you were having the whole like Buddhist discussion.
First of
when
all,
that
first
popped
What do you
up,
I
think
think
of
first of all,
Muslim?
what do you think of
what do you
Muslim?
think of Muslim?
You mean
Eli?
Islam? I love you,
No.
cousin.
What do you think of Muslim?
Muslim?
Well,
If you don't say it now, then you're forever canceled.
If I don't say what I think of Islam
Because
now,
somebody directly asked you, and then
well, you
they
see,
just edited everything out.
I'll
and
say,
now nobody knows.
my religions that I know the most about are Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, Zoroastrianism, and fucking Taoism and Shinto mythology. So I actually
History
don't know that
major
much
for
about
sure.
fucking Muslim. I'm Islam. Like I know a decent, I know a good amount about what happened historically, but I'm not gonna pretend that I know what they're about. So
I know they mean
sorry,
what they
man.
say.
No, you
sorry,
did
sorry.
great.
I really
No, you
don't.
did
I really
great.
don't. Like I
Do
really
they
don't know that
greatly?
much about
Wait,
Islam.
are you,
I'd say
I'm trying to learn.
Listen.
I want to learn. I have a copy of the. It's like an interpretation of the Quran. I mean to get into it. I just don't know that much about Islam. Like to be real, I've had friends that are Islamic though, and they seem they're always great. They're always great. It's not they're always great. I'll say that they're always fucking great. They're
Man,
always
you
solid
sound
dudes.
terrified right now, dude. They're always great, and they stay true to their word.
Let me tell you what though. Hey, it's a different work ethic. Motherfuckers from
True.
out east, okay? So this kind of I'm not trying to lump people into categories, all right? Because let me tell you what though, one of our friends who is Islamic, one of my favorite friends who I grew up with, motherfucker was in Egypt in 2012 when all this shit was popping off and shit. It's our buddy Yusuf, and let me tell you, I respect our buddy Yusuf as a comic creator, as a content creator, and as a Zude. Shout out to Yusuf. Okay, that's what I'll say about Islam.
Shout out to Yusuf.
Shout out to Yusuf. And I know if you don't put respect on Yusuf's name right now, he's the GOAT. Like that's
I just
a
gotta
OG
say
Zude.
though, like, is not Islamic a category? You know, you're trying to avoid categorizing people, but
I don't fucking know.
Man.
I'm just saying I don't know as much about Islam as a religion. That was my fucking point. I literally just don't. So I can't fucking make a stance on it. I can make a stance on Hinduism. I can make a stance on
His literal
Buddhism.
cousin said, "What do you think about Islam?" He's
I
like,
only-
"Hey yo, are we good?"
No, it's fair because I asked him he was on the Zudecast, and I said, "What do you think about abortion?"
Hey, it's a little different. One's kind of.
Can I kill this? You mind if I kill this?
No, you cannot kill that.
All right, let's hit some fucking freestyles. We're spinning wheels here. All right, I'm gonna read off the track names here. We can figure out where we want to start here. We got bad.mp3. We got blessed now. We got booty shuffle. We got groovy.
Okay, look. So we can do a couple of things. Two of the beats are like drumline oriented.
Oh,
So if we want to fuck around with those first.
You want to first? Yeah,
Okay,
first.
so
You
the-
said you're more
so
confident in those,
okay,
right?
so the thing is here, and feel free to just like stop beats after 3 minutes, because most of my beats are like 5.
okay. You
That's
got 'em
okay,
on
though.
loop.
They're
That's okay.
long-winded because
That's okay, so is the
a
show.
lot of my shit is like, bro, that shit ain't made for anybody. It's not made for anybody other than like I had these ideas and I couldn't quit with them. So here's a 6-minute beat of this sick ass idea.
Sometimes you gotta let it rip. All right.
You know,
Well,
so,
okay. Is there a particular one you want us to start with?
Okay. There's a couple on there that I sent to you guys last night that are from when I got that $2,000 credit limit. And when I bought that shit and I was like, what do I do? Oh, I bought Machine for like $700.
All right, let's hear it, Mr.
I think,
FICO
like,
score.
what you got-
What's we got?
I don't know.
We can pull it up on the screen.
It quickly went down. after that.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Just pick whatever.
Let's pick one. Let me see. Let's do I'm on one because I'm on one. Let's do
Okay.
it.
That's a good one. They're all
do
good.
it.
I
They're all
already.
good ones. Wait. I didn't send them to you because they were bad. But some of them are mastered pretty bad.
Oops. Oh shit.
That's the
Right.
thing.
My bad.
Damn, they already kind of quiet
I need the inspiration.
We might need to turn it up a smidge on the.
in the post.
There you
It's probably
Oh.
like a.
Oh,
Nah, it's too quiet.
too quiet.
turn it up. Slap it. Honestly.
Slap it.
All right,
Break my
we're
ear,
maxed out.
Hey, we maxed out. You know we zanned out.
Yeah.
You know I'm going dumb. I'm about to fucking pass out. You know I'm trash now. You know I'm vibing off. You know I'm off the fucking whiskey, man. I took a shot. Hey, you know I'm going dumb. I'm rambling. I'm gambling. I'm fucking walking around the room. I'm fucking stambling. Ooh, I mean stumbling. No, I ain't fucking fumbling. No, I ain't gonna drop the ball. Grody come and call you all to action. You know I'm fucking macking, smacking on the shit. Hey, Grody off the mic. You know I'm about to hit a lick.
Seems like he's passing it. Look at me, I'm hashing with a couple of thoughts that I thought that I was actually wrestling with. Nah, it turns out I was just sleeping on a couple of things that I was thinking of were part of the past. Look at the bling, no it ain't real jewelry. This shit fucking thick thoughts. Look at me, I'm fooling with a couple of the Zudes, and I'm feeling like I'm doing. Look, someone take a look at this shit.
Hey, take a look at this shit. And you know I'm on my whip. I mean, no, I'm fucking. Hold on. Hey, I'm up on my whip and I'm chilling. You know that I'm smoking this shit. Hey, you know that I'm lighting it, rolling it, sparking it up. You know what I'm giving this shit. Hey, smoke that cranja, that ganja with the wax and the bow. And you know I'm losing all my motherfucking sense of control. And I'm fucking in this bitch and I'm vibing now. You know what I fucking hit a lick. It's all about. Hey, fucking passing freestyle.
Yeah.
And you know that it's fucking been a while, but you know I'ma hit this shit.
Hey.
And you know I'ma hit this lick. And you know I'm gonna go in all in, let it warm up once again.
Picked it cause it's called I'm on one. Yeah, I'm on one. I be feeling like I might just need a fucking draw, son. I just need a fucking bowl with some tobacco. It's been a minute since I had that shit though. Look, I've been feeling like I'm on. It's not something that I do often. Look at this, I'm on, son. Look at this, we on this. Look at this, you better draw that, cause we draw. And look, it ain't Western, even though we on the fucking West, sir. I promise that I might be blessed, sir. I don't believe in miracles. I be feeling like my overalls be making me look like
miracles, my blessed
Urkel.
word. You know I fucking come through. You know I'm
Pick
feeling
another.
stressed, so you
That was
know
the
I'm
warm-up.
feeling
That was
fly,
the-
so you
that was
know
the one
I'm
where we
going
lost
ham,
3
so you
viewers.
know I'm fucking.
But then we gained 7 on the
Right.
next
They
one.
all feeling that vibe right there.
I'm putting reunion on.
Oh,
so
Reunion.
fucking-
Reunion. Yeah.
These
That's a
should
good
just be
one.
longer, dude. That was a pretty good. I was feeling that, bro.
That was the 3-minute one.
That was 3 minutes. Okay, so this one was literally like, bro, you know who I picture playing this bell part? Fucking Nina. Just being like, look, like, stop.
Yeah.
She's just like, this was the one I was telling you guys about when I got here. I was like, look.
Yeah.
Well, hit it hard, bro. Start it off.
I ain't really thought about rapping on this. I ain't Nick Cannon, look, I'ma be honest. I might just have to blossom. I ain't gonna flower with this shit, though. This ain't the freestyle beat, but I'ma hit the hook if you want it. This is the type of shit that I was thinking I might flaunt with when
LOL,
I'm
guy,
with the
guy,
Zudes.
beyond this shit, going raw, going ham, and you know that I never size out with the size out, motherfucking chopper rah, and you know I'm going like blah blah, talking bullshit on the fucking sucking beat. You know I'm fucking coming in, I fucking spit the heat, hey, getting lyrical. You know I'm fucking cynical, I hit my fucking pinnacle on this over fucking rap shit with the fucking syncopation of the trap bitch. Hey, I'm rocking,
feeling
I'm
this.
rolling, I'm spinning, spinning out the fucking looking. You know I've been here since the beginning. I've been sinning, hey, hitting the fucking wild shit, and I be grinning, laughing maniacally, and you know defiantly.
Laughing maniacally. I be singing, feeling like Mariah Carey. I be feeling like I might just be a little bit too gloating on this beat. I be feeling like just cause my name BK Beat might be fucking up on this sheet. It ain't music, we ain't sight reading. I'm feeling like I might be amusing. Goddamn, Nick Cannon coming out from the motherfucking jam.
Hey, yo,
I don't remember
hey,
making
right
this.
here.
Might have been drunk. I don't really give a fuck about any of it.
Hey, call me Nick Cannon, cause I come inside a bitch. With Nick Cannon, I don't get fucking shit.
This beat,
Hold on.
if this beat was Nick Cannon, it would have 9 kids. And each of those kids are the different parts of the beat that I split into 6 shits.
Yep.
And now I
You gonna
layered them
freestyle,
all
Tava?
over each other.
Hit it, freestyle.
Hey, and we know this beat. Hey, from the soul to feet. Yeah. Oh, I'm not a freestyler, y'all.
This is
I love this beat though.
this is one of my
hard.
this is one of my babies. So let's not murder it anymore.
That's
Let's
fair,
pick-
that's
let's-
fair, that's fair.
Let's
No,
pick
Kyle,
one of
pro-
the
Let
other
Let it
12
play for a
beats.
second.
I need-
Give it 10 seconds
I
of
need
play
your
time now.
blessing. I'm gonna be the tech for the drum line this coming year.
Okay, so you know when we get buried that we'll have you guys know those Instagram we were talking about Instagram products before we fucking went live tonight. You know that fucking website that like puts an like not a QR code,
Yeah.
but like the wave format of like a song. Like you can buy like an Instagram decoration that has like a
it's like a
audio
waveform?
code,
Yeah, yeah.
a waveform on it of like a song
Yeah.
with like an Instagram post picture on it. This is one of those beats that I picture like
I'm gonna need you to send me this beat
like
Nice.
that.
because I'm teaching the drum line this. I think we can play this and make this shit hard.
Both
bro.
of these songs, so it's Reunion and it's
I like this a lot. Like this is dope.
what's the they're in the same email.
Okay.
I got like 10 motherfucking
There was
Do Space Tribe. Do Space Tribe. Do Space
we
Tribe.
can
right
do
there.
Space Tribe. It's not Space Tribe, but it's Reunion, and then it's Bless
I know,
It
but
Now. Bless It Now is
Bless
the
It
one
Now?
where there's like the sample of the dude in the background. Can I bless it now?
Okay.
And it's like just like that's the one you can teach to the drum line.
Okay,
for
which
sure.
one do you want to
100%.
run?
Whatever you want, bro.
We only got 6 minutes left, there.
All
We're
right.
just keeping it fucking.
Roughly.
Yeah.
Pick a 6-minute.
Space Tribe.
Wait, well, I mean, we are the Space Tribe, are we not?
Hey. Hold up. We on the Space Tribe, bitch. You know I'm trying to fucking stay alive. I'm trying to keep it fucking lit, kind of cheap jive. You know I'm trying to fucking get this shit cracking. Hey, when I get up on the mic, I kind of shit the shit slapping. Hey, I'm trying to fucking spit some rhymes. Hey, it's a Zude, and you know I'm trying not to be so rude, but I'm trying to keep it smacking. Hey, what you know? I'm trying to fucking fit this freestyle rapping. I'm macking. I'm talking to these bitches. I'm talking to these Zudes, and you know I'm fucking hitting switches in my fucking MC on the mic. I take
Hey.
what I please, I do what I like. Go.
Look, let me give you a break. I might just have to hit a fucking hook. Might just have to pass. Might just have to lag on the shit like, whoa. Never even understand the basic passage of rhythm when I'm feeling like I might just hatch it. The whole shit to backs. Feeling like I might just have to pass. No, fucking take it back. Look at
passing
me,
it.
I'm feeling like I'm free. Never understood the understanding of me. Never understood the fact that I might be free from the fucking beginning.
The reckoning,
pass
the
it
beckoning,
on.
you know that we fucking come through. Motherfuckers be trembling, ayy, because they feel the fucking rhythms and they feel the fucking rhymes that we come on with our schisms. We fucking cruising and bruising, you know the motherfuckers be losing their shit when we fucking cruising. Ayy, you smoking blunts, we fucking drinking liquor, and you know that ain't no motherfuckers sicker. We fucking cruising and macking, and you know we keep it fucking cracking.
Hey, I ain't gonna judge. I just been feeling like I'm moving through the sludge. Look, we could keep it popping, we could keep it moving. I ain't really feeling like flocking with the movement. I'm just feeling like chilling in my fucking house. I ain't really giving a fuck about your blouse. I ain't really giving a fuck about your mouse. I ain't really giving a fuck about your keyboard, bitch. You be typing real fast. I be feeling like we might have to extend this fat bitch. Look at me, I'm feeling like I might just hit. I ain't really talking about anything too big. You be reading too into it. I be feeling like I'm really hitting my flow. They said, look, this show is over. I said, look, let's give it the round rover. I be feeling like I might be Clover. I'm just a little lucky.
Hey,
Look at
that's
me,
it.
I might just be KB, the Irish motherfucking free. You think that St. Patrick's coming up? I said it was done when I was born. My dad's nut, that was the Irish done. He said, look, we're done with the fun.
Hey, yo, I'll tell you what. The Irish goodbye when I walking by. I walk past through you and I don't say hi. I say, motherfucker, what you think about this? It's Grody on the mic and you know I'm getting pissed, getting lit, getting dick, and you know I'm fucking riding this shit. Yeah, you know I'm getting fuck, bitch. Yeah, whatever.
Hey, when you have to have the last word, bro, that's what happens.
I'll tell you what. I'll fuck up on the mic and I do not give a shit. I'll fuck up on the mic and then I'll fuck up on your bitch. I'll fuck up on the mic and then I'll go hit a lick on the motherfucking liquor store. You know what I got in store? A 40 ounce to my motherfucking face and I get up all up in this motherfucking place. I talk
None
my
of that
fucking
was
shit
said
and I
over
let it
any of
fucking
my
loose. I don't
beats.
give a fuck what anybody fucking say. I'm off the goose, the booze, the 40 Greyhound, motherfucker. I'll go fucking town for town and fucking pound for pound. I'll fucking pound you out and your bitch is next and you know what it's all about. Hey, leave your black and bruised. This is my fucking path. I did not choose this way where I go when I hit a lick. Motherfucker, I go so fucking indignant.
Bars.
Hey, indignant. You know I'm selling it. I'm fucking getting all fucking crazy up in this bitch. I'm fucking losing it. Y'all done brought me out. It's Grody. I didn't tell you what the fuck I'm about. I'm gonna fucking tear everybody down. I'm gonna fucking break it all the motherfucking down. Hey, I wear the fucking crown because deep down, you know what's all the fucking about. Hi.
Hey, hey, welcome back.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, welcome back to the
Whatever.
Zudecast.
Hey, that's about time right there. So let's just do that right there. Let's just call it
Excellent.
right there.
2 hours
Well,
on the dot, just
Yeah,
about.
yeah, exactly.
Thank you so much for
Hey,
joining
no,
us on this
thanks
episode of
thanks for
ZUDECAST.
having me.
Wild
Thank you,
episode.
Kyle.
Wild
Wild
episode.
as
Thank you
hell.
for Kyle. Thank you, Kyle. I
Hey, look,
appreciate
I
you.
like to believe I just encourage people to be who they are. So,
Excellent.
It was
dude.
a fun time. No, you were great. It was
like-
great. It was a great. It was a little, dude.
hey, look,
We-
a little
we-
wild.
hey,
I don't think it's
five-
because of
hey.
me, but it might be.
5 Zudes on the cast. 5 Zudes. 5 Zudecast right here. 5
Five
Zudes.
Zudes.
Everybody
Vibes,
look at the
everybody.
camera. Everybody look at the camera.
That's
5
Zudes.
Zudes. That's tough. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. It's been Zudecast. I
Thank
appreciate
you for
y'all.
having me.
Thank you for coming
Thank
on,
you for
Kyle,
having
bro.
me.
Kyle, you have a standing
great
invitation.
time.
You have a standing
I'll come back.
invitation.
I'll be back.
Y'all got a standing
I'll be back.
invitation. That's what I'm
Honestly,
saying. It's
like-
5 Zudes.
Honestly,
So like,
for you guys, like it seems like they love me too much for me
Yeah.
to not come back.
Yeah, we don't know that many
Like, for-
motherfuckers, so we're gonna have to
for-
come
The
back.
chat was going crazy
He's
all
like,
night.
actually,
The views was up. You know, this is it
Hell
is
yeah.
what it is.
like,
Hey.
I don't know what to tell you guys, but
4 more subscribers
I'll-
tonight. Let's go.
Oh,
get it.
Hell
it was
yeah,
all
brother.
of my burners.
thank you
But it's
so
fine.
much. What is up, my Zude? What is up? What is up?
Catch y'all next week.
Bye.
I'm out. I gotta piss.